Hello and welcome everyone to another fantastic, what is today, Wednesday, here on the Exploding Night Shout. I should know because I was just live earlier. Welcome everyone to Iron Gods, the Fires of Creation, episode number 8. We have a good show for you in store for you today, but before we do that, of course, we want to say hello to our awesome players, and we will start, as usual, with Ms. Petra. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thank you. I don't know what's going on. We're in the let's pretend we're good at creating or doing accents.
Yes, everyone's different accent today. No, you get penalized if you're not in accent. Doesn't matter what accent.
Whoa, okay, sounds great.
I can't work under pressure. You should have told me before. I can try to make a better German accent.
The idea of a German doing a German accent is funny to me. I don't know why.
It's hard because I have to remember how I pronounced things before. I'm not even things. I'm not even sure if that.
The means of production have fallen into the hands of the proletariat.
That's a very good Christoph Waltz.
I was gonna say there was very much Indiana Jones nuts. Although
Yeah.
I mean that's a whole different category of German accents. German accent upon
So
itself
I can
has
fall it into the hands of the proletariat.
all the power goes to me. Okay, what are we doing, guys? So yeah, but to come back to your question, I guess I'm doing good. You asked that, right?
Yes.
I'm
Who are
doing
you?
good.
Who are you playing today?
I think I'm still playing Robin again. Robin Casaba, ex-bounty hunter, back in her hometown. See if she can get her shit together, especially after last episode.
Yeah, we will remind you guys of what happened last week in just a second. But before that, we have the surprisingly undercover Scott.
Hi everyone. It's me, Scott.
This is what he normally sounds like, by the way.
I'm not doing an accent today.
His usually normal voice is actually an accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
This is one of my good D&D voices.
So that reminds me of a guy at work who, when I started at my new
He
job,
talks like that because I really hope not.
legit, he passed by me and he was like, "Hey man, what's up?" And I did a double take because I thought it was a joke, and then I was like, "No, he just talks like that," and I'm like, "Okay."
I've got this guy at work. I don't know him at all, and every time I see him in the hallway, he goes, "Hey baby, hey" at me. Every time without fail. Just walking down the hall and just goes, "Hey baby, hey."
What is your response?
No, I just
How you doing, baby?
look at. I only know him by name. Like I'm not friends with him or anything. It's hilarious that he thinks that we have like that kind of relationship.
So you blush then, or
Yeah,
you
of
just
course.
ignore him?
No, I super blush and then
Okay.
I go like it when boys notice me.
Well, who are you playing today, Scott?
I think I'm playing Quinn today, unless you guys are gonna let me play Karak.
Yeah, you can play Karak Obama.
Sweet.
You can
Okay.
you can play both.
I'm playing Karak today. Karak Storm Cleavage, and is an orc barbarian who wears a hat made of a wolf when she's mad, I believe, is her thing, and she's got an unspoken thing for this guy named Quinn.
That sounds about right.
About
and
right. Roughly
last,
correct.
but certainly not least, we have the ineffable, the indubitable Zach.
Hello there, how you doing, sugar tits?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Nice to see ya. You know I don't see you as much anymore. We should hang out and get some coffee sometime.
Oh, yeah, sounds good. I know this little
Coffee.
place, this fine little place is just down the street. They do this thing with the blints and the schmear or the schmatz. You know how they do.
You talking about Michael's place or Bob's place?
Stop
No,
using
no.
German
Michael's.
words.
I'm talking about no. It's McNulty's.
Oh, McNulty's. I
McNulty's.
love that place. Founded in 1989. That was the year that I went to prom. It was amazing. Chester was so dreamy.
There's my accent for the day.
The year of
Ugh.
1989.
How's it going, Zach?
It's going very well, actually. Today, sometimes I play Fig Boot, and I think I'm going to do that again today.
Mm.
It's going pretty well, so
Yeah.
I think I'll keep it going while it's still good. And yeah, Fig Boot, the old ornery dwarf who is a bit
Pronounced horny wrong again.
sorry. And yeah, that's what I'm up to today. It's going pretty well. I'm excited.
Fantastic. As you can see, of course, Tiger has died.
Again.
And yeah, again, but this time, unfortunately, she succumbed to rabid wolves. We're working on building a robotic replacement, though, so hopefully that will be up and running by next week. We have to get the skin texture right before we put it on camera. It's a process. As always, my name is Askren, and I that was a weird voice crack. My name is Askren. My name is Askren, and I am your
14!
I am your host and dungeon master for the evening. And this is, of course, Iron Gods. If you guys have not already, please hit that retweet link. Let everyone know that you're hanging out here. The link is right there. Dice Thulu has it for you. And we are going to get right into our recap. But first, we have a couple of announcements. The announcements being that the first and foremost, obviously, because we beat so many goals and records this month, we are, of course, going to be I'm working on putting together our big marathon charity stream that's happening in June. That's the next month. It's going to be sometime in June. It's going to be a marathon stream of D&D and other things. And I am currently taking volunteers from DMs who want to run games. So I have a couple things lined up, but if you guys want to run a one-shot during that marathon, just get in touch with me, and we will add it. And all of the proceeds and stuff we raise are all going to charity, so it's all for a good cause. The other thing is there are a couple more days left on our Dwarven Forge giveaway, where if Dice has a link for you. If you enter for the month of May, we're giving away a whole bunch of sets of Dwarven Forge and Reaper minis. I actually tweeted out a picture of the box that Reaper sent me of all the minis, so it's cool stuff. You can go check it out. We decided last week that I was going to switch up the prize just because we didn't want to front load it and, just have one winner. Rather, we wanted to spread everything around. So here are the new prize tiers as it stands. We are going to be picking a first place winner who will be winning a fully painted set of Dwarven Forge dungeon tiles, courtesy of our sponsor right up here, the Dwarven Forge guys themselves, as well as a pile of nearly $100, well, actually $100 worth of Reaper minis to populate that dungeon. The second place is, of course, going to be winning a full set of unpainted Dwarven Forge dungeon tiles. So you get the full set of dungeon tiles, but not the minis. And third place, of course, is going to be winning an awesome Wizards of the Coast Tomb of Horrors cloth map, an exploding dice, Elderwood Academy dice chest, as well as possibly a Dice Thulu shirt if I can get one in time, and some other goodies, that I can scrounge together from other companies. So it's gonna be there are 3 tiers of prizes, which means more chance to win. So make sure and get in on that if you haven't already. I think that's pretty much it. As always, this session and all of the sessions this month are sponsored by our amazing friends over at Syrinscape, which will be providing all of the ambient sounds and the music, except for what you're hearing right now, throughout the session. And of course, this month's of episodes are sponsored by Elderwood Academy and Dwarven Forge. So check those out. That I think is it. That's all our announcements. So why don't we get into a little bit of a recap, to remind you guys what happened last week. If you guys recall, our last session began as the party had just returned to the town of Torch. Connor Bain, the missing counselor who had disappeared in the ruins below town, had been recovered, though he was quite insane. They brought him to the Temple of Brig in Torch, Brig being the god of clockwork and invention, which is the primary deity here in the town of Torch, where the priests were able to heal his injuries as well as work on restoring his damaged intellect, but for the time being, he was kind of a raving lunatic, mumbling incoherent thoughts and not in control of his own faculties. So as the party, they encountered Dolga Fredert, who paid them for the job and granted them the prize of a scroll of resurrection, and told them that she still had some money for them if they returned to the ruins under Torch to turn on the purple flame that was still off. As they left the Temple of Brig, they encountered a man named Garmin Ulrith, a kind of a roguish man who they knew or they learned to be the proprietor of the Silver Disc Hall, the local gambling establishment, where he was a little bit of a shady figure, but he seems to run an establishment that people are fond of. And he offered the party 100 gold in credit each for gambling in the hall, simply to make an appearance at his venue, because they were sort of local heroes, and he wanted them to kind of come show off. The party kind of brushed him off a little bit. They didn't really want anything to do with him, and so as they kind of brushed his offer off, they just proceeded directly to the foundry, where they rested for the night after kind of settling in. Their rest was not disturbed during the night, but it does turn out that in the morning they found that someone had apparently broken into the foundry, gone through most of their stuff, and taken a little bit of it. They seem to have lost some of the technological things that they brought from the ruins under Torch. And not really knowing who or what, they decided to start their investigation with the shadiest man that they had heard of, one Sanville Tret, a local merchant who deals in technological artifacts and other such things. They went to visit Sanville Tret in his store. Quinn kind of ransacked the place, and Sanville took them in private and insisted that he had not robbed them. But he did know of some shady things that were going on in town. He said that he had broken in to the Silver Disc Hall, and from something there he had copied down a list of names of all of the party members' names, as well as he copied down Garmin Ulrith's name, and he apparently had discovered that something shady was going on in an abandoned warehouse that Ulrith was using. He had employed rope fists, which were these sort of Kelid thugs that he had pulled from the desert to do his security work and stuff in the casino. He had employed them at this warehouse to protect something. The party went to find out what exactly he was hiding there, but rather than breaking in, they raised the alarm and spent a little bit too much time arguing on their entranceway, and in the ensuing chaos, the Kelid thugs, the rope fists, and Garmin Ulrith seemed to have fled, leaving them with a warehouse full of empty crates, and whatever it was that they had here had been dragged away. And so as the thugs fled somewhere into town, the party is left stranded in this empty warehouse with nothing in it and nothing to show for their efforts. They are sort of licking their wounds and heading back into town to find their next lead. And that is where we're going to pick things up. As always, before we dive right into the game, remember, guys, if you are enjoying the show, please hit that follow button if you have not already. Consider supporting the show via donations. We have gone past our monthly goal for May. Every dollar past that is going to go to to TwitchCon stuff, getting out there and running shows and stuff from the convention. So of course every dollar helps. If you guys are interested in supporting, there's a donation banner down below. You can give the players natural 20s, advantage and disadvantage, draw from the Harrow deck to prophesize their future, as well as other cool things. And of course, remember that Game Wisp subscribers get a few of those a month to dole out to the players as they see fit. So if you want your stash, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And of course, if you haven't already, please hit that retweet link. Okay, so
Askren, I have a question actually about the gifts from Twitch.
okay,
Do we get to keep the D20s that we got last week? If
Yes,
we didn't. use
they
them? Or
they will
nat 20s
roll
are-
over. Yeah.
Sweet.
All right.
I don't even. Did I use mine? I don't think so.
I don't think you
know,
did.
keep track of that yourself.
Yeah, that's your thing.
Jeez,
Okay.
Petra.
No,
Okay.
It's still here. I have not crossed it out.
All right. So, you guys are sitting in the empty space of this warehouse. The wind is kind of blowing outside. It is early in the morning, and it seems everyone here has fled. What would you like to do?
Well, Robin is looking at the others and say, "Well, guess should have followed Kurok's hunch, but for now, what do you suggest? Should we follow the tracks? I mean, I can only assume that they will make sure that they are hiding in a hole as deep as possible and keeping it low."
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can find those tracks. Hopefully they're still fresh. It was only a couple of minutes ago, but you never know.
I think
So.
that if we are to catch them, then now is our best chance. Otherwise, they might get away, and all of those things that we once had will be gone. Perhaps we'll find something new that could help us when we go back down.
Well, as I said, I mean, yes, the things we found seem to have been quite valuable, seeing how they were stolen. On the other hand, for me, they were really only of importance because they might help us in taking down the Skulk if they're actually going for our throats.
Yes.
So if we can't catch them, or if it takes too much time, we might just find something else that's equally explosive or otherwise destructive and head back down. And as I'm saying that, I'm scribbling a note because I remember that I had asked the I believe it was the head acolyte at the Temple of Brick if he could
Yes.
put together whatever information they have on Xiphus.
Xiphus, yeah.
And I told him that I would stop by in the early morning, but I have no idea how long that's going to take. So Robin is writing a quick note, so just saying that she's very sorry and that she will only be able to stop by later today, and then she's holding onto it for the moment. She's just going to see how things are going to develop from here, but
Okay.
I say we go to the back of the warehouse and start tracking them from there.
I agree.
let's do that.
Can I pick up the trail, Askren?
Yes, roll me a survival check.
I will attempt to do the same.
Nat 20.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
Net 20, but on the wrong side.
Wrong side, but it's all right. That's okay. Obviously we celebrate that with an ED20s in chat. If you
20s up.
if you so you actually were the first to spot the drag marks of whatever it was that these people were carrying. It looks like you found multiple footprints leading out, and you found drag marks for some crate that was being taken away from the warehouse. Yeah, let me check my map real quick because I don't know my directions offhand.
I seem to have found multiple sets of footprints and what appears to be a crate dragged down the street.
Let me check. Hold on, I'm just looking for a number here.
7.
Close enough.
There's your number.
That's not the one I'm looking for. God damn it.
15.
There. Oh, 3 is the one. Okay. Okay. So it'll be tough to follow unless they stay perfectly, in the grouped up. Once these tracks hit the street, they will be difficult to follow because, you know, carts and foot traffic and stuff like that. The best guess that you, or the best way that you see is that from the warehouse, these tracks seem to lead you directly west onto one of the more major thoroughfares in Torch, and then you know that there's fairly few ways to go. That thoroughfare, as far as you know, curves up towards the marketplace and some other places in the town. But you, on a nat 20, I think you will probably be able to follow it as far as the marketplace. We'll say
Okay.
it'll probably get lost in the clutter at that point.
That makes sense to me. I relay all that information to the group, and then I guess we follow the tracks as far as we can to the marketplace.
Okay.
Yeah, and as we get going, Robin would ask, Quinn, can you tell those dragging tracks? How
There
far?
are no dragon tracks. It's no dragons in the party.
Dragging. Drag.
Oh, yeah.
As in,
all right.
did it? You said it seemed like they were dragging something.
Yes, they're dragging
behind
something,
them.
but they have no dragon. I would say it's probably a crate or a great big box.
For how long did they? Did it seem to be too heavy for them to actually carry it?
Yes.
Why else would they be dragging it?
Yeah, it looks like they may have started carrying it at some point, but from the depth of the marks in the dirt, you get the sense that this would probably require multiple people to carry. So it would be a hard thing to conceal.
Well, then our chances might not be as bad as we thought.
Hey, Askren, would you say that we are currently in an underground environment?
No, you're on
Damn.
the street.
I
What?
was gonna say,
You're
there's
outside.
less underground.
It was worth a try.
Are we currently in the Arctic? Yes. Okay.
Would you say this is a forest of some sort?
If we were underground, I could have found out exactly how many of them there were.
I think I remember there was our good friend Charmin, and then 3 or 4 of these thug people.
I forgot about Toilet Boy.
Yes. He's ultra soft. I'm sure that he won't be hard to break, but
Would you say that we're
But he's
by the
also real
marketplace right now?
strong, so he might be hard to break.
Yeah.
He's tear resistant.
Yeah, he is. Would you say that we're on the street? We've basically started making our way and following the tracks as far as we can go. So
Yeah. So
are we at the marketplace now?
unless you have anything you'd like to do before then, yeah.
It depends on where is the temple
I'll here.
located in relation.
I'll show you guys. We'll bring you over to the map here. So this is the map of Torch, obviously. That's
Gotta
Sandville Tret. You guys,
zoom out a little bit.
you guys were right here.
I
At
keep
this-
forgetting how handsome he is.
You guys were right here at that red outlined warehouse. The tracks you'll be able to follow probably about here,
Okay.
Okay.
and they kind of get lost in the marketplace after that.
It's like where we started the day.
You started the
Yeah.
day at number 12, which is the Foundry Tavern. And the temple.
Yeah, just around the corner.
Yeah, the Temple of Brig is over here.
Number 17.
Number 17.
Okay.
Oh, that's 57 feet away. That's way too far to travel.
Yeah, this is definitely to scale.
We can't walk that far.
So yeah, it might be a little bit of a detour if you wanted to stop there. You definitely could, obviously.
No, Robin is waiting. Like she's ready to send somebody there, like find some kid, give them a coin, and send them off to bring them the message. But she's holding that off for the moment.
I think that one of you mannered folk should talk to somebody in the market here and ask if they seen a group come by hauling a big ass box behind them.
That is what I was thinking. I will take that up.
Yes,
And
I can take care of somebody else's stall.
All right, I'll just stand behind you and look at
Okay.
things and
Um,
Karak, we'll do the same thing. Because don't forget, she's here too.
Can I, kind of at the fork in this road, I gesture to Robin and say, okay, one of us
can go this way and the other can go this way.
Great idea, you guys. Let's split the party again.
Well, we need to find them, but
It's really worked out for us every time so far.
Well,
I
we
mean-
don't have to go very far. We can.
I thought that last time I tried to go to the market by myself and you guys got attacked by like a freaking robot.
Yes.
It's fine.
Okay.
Are we? Let's say we come
Well,
back.
Karak
and we
goes
meet
with
here.
one of them and I go with the other one.
Exactly.
All
Sorry,
right.
what were you saying, Fig Boot?
We meet back at this fork in the road in 15 minutes.
Okay. I say Karak
Word.
goes. I say Karak goes with Fig Boot, and Quinn goes with Robin.
All right.
Alright.
That way, everybody has healing and muscle.
we go. My
Healing?
detachment goes to the left.
I have healing spells. Now that I got rid of stupid Goodberry, because I found out you can only eat one of those stupid things at a time.
Wait, you exchanged a spell
Goodberry.
before we. Okay, we have to talk about that, Mister.
Oh, that's right. We didn't level, did we? I keep thinking that we did. All right. Well,
Not yet.
I don't. You're gonna have to survive on good berries then. So you did it to yourself.
All right. So what is
Yeah, anyway.
So what is your plan? Is you're kind of standing outside the marketplace. Quinn, I will because you rolled a nat 20. I will tell you, you're not sure if the they headed straight into the marketplace or they just passed through it.
What do you mean by pass through it versus heading straight in?
Well, because you can't actually tell if like the trail basically is using the marketplace as a place to hide or just to obscure the tracks and continue on somewhere else.
Oh, because they might have come out over here.
That's fine. We can still check if
Okay.
anybody's
So what is
seen
so what is
Carmen.
your plan?
Well,
Robin is walking.
My plan was to have one of them ask somebody like in the marketplace. If they
Yeah,
see-
Robin
there's
is
plenty of
walking up.
people.
Yeah, Robin walks up to the closest stand and
Okay.
asks the merchant or whoever is there if they've seen. He would say, "Good day, sir," or "ma'am," depending.
Yeah, it's kind of a you walk up to the nearest stall.
My
like,
name is Dennis.
the marketplace has a few buildings, but it's mostly like this large open square where people set up small tents and stalls where they kind of like a flea market. They kind of unload their camels or whatever full of junk or food or things like that, and they kind of trade. You see there's this kind of wiry looking man who is selling what look like these heavy dark brown roots that he dug up from the ground somewhere, as well as some other kind of not great quality fruits that may have come from an orchard somewhere that is fertilized with bad water or something like that.
Yeah, so she would walk over and say, "Good day, sir. My apologies for interrupting your business. Say, have you seen the charming Garmin Urus or his people coming by in the last, let's say, half an hour or so? We were supposed to meet, but I've been unable to find him."
No, I had not seen him. Who is that again?
Oh, he's the man who runs the Silver Disc Hall. I'm sure you've seen him as a strapping, handsome fellow.
Yes.
Kind of long hair and then I described the leather armor that
Yeah.
I saw him wearing last time.
No, I don't think he passed this way.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
Were you you look like you're hungry. Would you like a duckquat root?
Don't eat that.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I just had a very filling breakfast, but I will remember that you have this route right here,
Just-
and I have to run
I'm-
a few more business.
I'm the only one.
And I will bear that in mind as well. I have to run some errands right now, but On my way back, I'm sure I will be hungry again by the time I'll be done with running my errands.
He says, they make a great snack. Good for kids, too.
The lady said no, and then I like step in between them.
Okay, he's kind of like, would you like a root? Or a Doomja plum?
It's all right. And I sort of place a hand on Quinn's arm, and I just start walking off. Good day to you, sir. It was nice meeting you.
I thought that was a woman.
Didn't you say he?
I didn't say anything.
Well, I said good day, sir, at the beginning, and Eskrin didn't.
Didn't give you his preferred pronoun, so I guess that's Askren's fault.
All right, so you kind of pass him by as you like you're in the middle of the market. There are people sort of all around, this way and that way, and you're kind of you haven't actually seen the people that you're looking for. Like you've seen Garmin, but you've not seen the people that work for him.
Mm-hmm. So Figboot, any more luck?
Big Boot is on the other street that this road splits, and is walking and finding, hopefully a younger, more seemingly aware shopkeeper. That's the target demographic he would be looking for, with Karak at his side.
All right. So you're wandering around. There's a lot of shops here. If you wanted to sort of pick the most spry looking person, there's a young woman who is it looks like she's like polishing some sort of metal contraption.
Hello there. It's nice to see it. Isn't it such a nice day outside?
Hello. Would you like oh, you don't have any armor. Do you have any machines that you need polished or oiled?
I do have this.
And he kind of raises up his quarterstaff with the turbine taped onto it.
Mm-hmm.
How much would it cost to get this polished?
Actual quarterstaff Shia LaBeouf's.
I can do that in a few minutes. It's not very big. How 2 silver.
Oh, of course, dear.
And I pay her a gold.
She
her
you
service.
see her kind of eyes kind of go wide for a second, and she takes. She says, thank you.
Of course. And while you're doing that, I did want to ask you. You seem like you know these parts pretty well. Am I correct?
Yes, I come here almost every day.
Would you happen to have noticed any group of men or women kind of wearing leather armor, perhaps, and carrying a large crate or dragging something?
Yes, I think there were people that were carrying a box or two. They went north, up the street that way.
Did you recognize any of them?
No, they were they weren't talking to anyone. Some of them wore hoods. They had something on their hands. I don't know what it was.
Well, this is very helpful, and I'm sure the polishing will look very great once it's done. You've been very helpful today, young lady.
Oh, would you like to wait for it or leave it here and come back later?
How long do you think it would take? Again?
10 minutes, maybe?
I'll come back for it. Thank you. I'll be back in about just a little bit.
And he just starts like hobbling away without his quarterstaff, back to where he thinks he could meet up with his people.
Okay. And thank you, Montrevant, for the host, my friend. Thank you, man. So you kind of wander back to the rest of the party, and they're kind of milling around, looking a little bit frustrated. Not really getting anywhere as you kind of rejoin them.
Good news, everyone. I think I've found what we're looking for.
Do tell.
That being the
This-
people that stole our goods, right?
Of course, yes. I mean, I'm getting my quarterstaff polished, which is always a nice thing to happen. But, what?
It doesn't look like you're getting your quarterstaff polished right now.
Well, it takes a while.
Just continue, Figbud. What did you
Anyway,
find out?
so, I talked to this very nice young woman who she's also polishing my quarterstaff at the same time. And she was telling me that she saw a group of people carrying a crate with hoods up and some sort of thing wrapped around their hands. And I was like, oh, those are probably the rope fists. And she said they went north. That way.
Where is this woman who polishes quarterstaff shop at?
Just back there. She's very nice. She's very good at polishing quarterstaffs as well. She's had a lot of experience. She said she's been around for quite a while doing it.
Robin has a really hard time keeping a straight face.
What?
And she says, so how long, when will she be done? I think we should.
Well, it depends on, she said it depends on the quarterstaff. Mine's not very big, so it shouldn't take too long.
Okay, just.
I just
excuse
told
me
her
for
I'd
a
come.
moment.
I just told her I would come when it's done.
Okay. You just give me a few minutes, and
All
I'm
right.
actually realizing that we have a lead now. I'm taking the note that I wrote earlier from the inside of my coat, and I try to find a kid or sort of like a teenager, something that looks like it's 12, 13, 14 years old.
Okay.
Something.
Something, anything that
Yes.
looks like it's 12
Just
or
whatever.
13.
Could be this
A
this
big dog,
this
maybe.
a rock.
this fantastic wine.
But not too old that they're not that they can be that they wouldn't be enthusiastic about getting a gold coin.
Sure, you find there's a
How much
young
money do you think these people make that none of them are going to be, the older ones aren't going to be excited about a gold piece? They're going to be stoked.
Because in this world he'd be considered an adult starting at 16, 17, and then they have a
They're
job and they
still
probably
not
make more
gold.
gold.
No,
they
don't.
Torch is currently having a campaign for 15 gold minimum wage.
Per year?
So you guys so yeah, there's like a kid who's there's actually a group of kids who are kind of milling around that you see him kind of like walking behind, down this alleyway between these two buildings. They're not paying attention to you. You can go grab them if you want, though.
Yeah, she, as you said, a group of boys.
Yeah,
Go grab them.
it's like three of
Go
them.
grab a group of boys.
I'm drawing my rapier now. Wait. Yeah, I would. Robin walks over and I said, "Hey there, young gentleman. Could I interest you in running a quick errand for me? I have a message here which needs to be delivered to the head acolyte at the Temple of Brick. You know where that is, yes?"
One of them kind of cocks his head. He says, "Yeah, what are you asking?"
I'm asking you if you could deliver this message for me, and if you do, and I take 2 gold pieces out of my pouch.
The kind of the boys kind of look at each other, and they look back at each other. And they say, for a second, say, ask, no, you, no, come on, do it, no. And then one of them turns. He says, I'll do it if you give me that.
Give what?
And
Is
he
it-
He's like pointing to your to your like a little knife on your belt.
What do you want with a knife, huh?
What do you want with a knife?
Tell you what.
Guts.
Tell you what. If you run the delivery for me, I'll give you these 2 gold coins right now. And if I find out that you actually delivered it to me, you can meet me back in, let's say, tonight. It might take a little bit
You
longer.
see
but
one of
then I
them
can
kind of like
teach-
elbow the other kid in the ribs.
I'm taking out one of the daggers and sort of flipping it, sort of spinning it in my hand. If you actually deliver the message, I show you how to handle the knife.
The kids kind of look at each other and laugh. He says, "All right, yeah."
At the risk of that going horribly wrong and being really embarrassing, I try to sort of throw one of the daggers, trying to sort of sink it into, I don't know, the back of a stall, some kind of wooden surface.
Sure, you can. Yeah, you can toss the dagger into like the
Okay.
wall. You just, the kids are kind of like, all right, what's the message?
It's here on a. I give him the piece of paper.
Okay, I'll take it from you.
Yeah. All you have to do is go to the Temple of Brick and ask for the Head Arcanist. If he's not there, just give it to some of his of the other acolytes. Sorry, I meant acolytes. Give it to some of the other acolytes.
He's kind of like, oh, okay. And he'll he has the paper in one hand. He kind of puts his other hand out expectantly.
Yeah, I give him the 2 gold pieces, and then I go back to retrieve my dagger.
He'll like take it and they kind of like turn to his friend and like with a big grit, like they just start running, down the alley. And you hear before they leave, you hear one says, "Dude, it's like, dude, I totally got a date."
Yeah, she would grin at that and then sort of retrieve her dagger and walk back to the others.
All right. So these kids like rush off out the alleyway, kind of like laughing to themselves and really really happy. All right. Thank you, Cyborg Pizza, for the host. What's going on, Anna? How you doing?
Thanks.
How you doing?
How are you doing?
How you doing? Okay, so yeah, these guys. Sorry, my Minicam just popped up and is getting all weird. They're running down to deliver that message. You guys are sort of still standing in the marketplace. What would you like to do?
Start moving north, I guess, towards where Figboot heard that the rope fists.
Okay.
went.
Yeah, the young girl didn't give him an exact direction, but I'm
Wait a minute,
assuming...
it was a young girl that's polishing your quarterstaff? That's not cool, man.
What? She knows what she's doing.
Guys, can we focus on the
She's a
task at hand?
professional. Come on.
I am.
This is what she does for a living.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean it's legal.
All right,
I'm
so
sure she has a permit.
Did you want to go back to her or did you want to head north?
It hasn't been 10 minutes since Robin went to go have fun with the boys, right?
Whoa.
I mean, well, yeah, you could. It's been about.
Phrasing.
Ribbled.
It's been about that. Wait. That's where you're gonna start with that.
Huh?
No, nothing. Okay, so yeah, it's been about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I go back to the young lady.
Is it done?
She says, "Oh yeah," and she kind of picks the staff up off the little rack in the wall, and you can see she hasn't really done anything to the wood, but the metal at the top is the grime has been washed off of it. It's still kind of bent up a little bit and not in great
Yeah.
shape. Like she can't beat it, hammer it into shape. But it is
Still got that curve at the end.
it is looking almost like new.
You touched it very nicely. I like the way that it's been polished. It's very good.
She says, well, if you or any of your friends would like, I can Just tell them about me. I'm here every day.
What sort of metals are usually brought your way?
Armor, sometimes swords, clubs, that kind of thing.
Are you experienced polishing technological devices as well?
Yeah, I try not to if they're still working, 'cause you never know if they might break something or they might hurt you. But
Yes.
yeah, I know how.
All right. Could you, again, with these men that were carrying the crates that were wearing the ropes and such, could you be any more specific on what direction you saw them go, or anyone that they might have spoken to or passed? Or...
So you guys are right about here in the marketplace somewhere. You're like right about here.
Mhm.
So she there's really kind of like a road to the north, but she'll say like, I only saw them for a little bit. Once they went down the road, I didn't really, I don't really know where they went. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Last thing before we let you go, and before I tell all my friends about your service, do you remember how many were carrying this crate, or how many that were around that?
There were 4, I think. 2 of them looked like they were carrying something.
And all 4 of them had these ropes around their hands, or whatever.
I think so. I wasn't really paying
Oh,
attention, but I
of
think so.
course.
They all looked similar.
All right, thank you very much. You've been so gracious. I'll be sure to come back. It was great.
Well, thank you for the gold. So she'll kind of, return to her work as you guys are standing outside her little tent.
All right.
Well, shall we keep going? We have a lead.
Yep. We should.
Now, Robin, you would know. This is not a social eating stream. That's what you'd know. This, against Twitch rules. Stop it. No.
This falls into my dinner time. Gotta keep the blood sugar happy.
You would actually know that aside from sort of like the tavern that is directly across the street from you, the only thing of any real note that is to the north of you guys is the Silver Disc Hall.
Okay. Does it have a number?
Yeah, that's number 3.
Oh, there. Okay. What was it? What is 6 and 7?
There should be a key down at the bottom of the map if you want to go. If you want to check yourself.
Good.
6 is the garrison and armory, and 7
Yeah,
is Olendir Estate.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, not really likely that they would have gone there. Yeah, so I would let the others know.
God, I hope that they didn't go to the guards.
So the
That would
Silver
be bad.
Disc Inn is up this way.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I mean, it would have been rather obvious for them to go there.
Well, I'm thinking perhaps that they took it into a back entrance of the Silver Disc Inn or Hall or whatever. It wouldn't hurt. I just have this feeling that if I were to peek my ear at some sort of back room in that building, I would see them or hear them.
That
No,
sounds
I'm-
very plausible to me.
I mean, I'm not saying we should not check it out, but
Yes.
it's just not a very smart move of them to bring it to the most obvious place. On the other hand, they might have more reinforcement there. But anyway, let's go.
All right. So you want to make your way to the Silver Disc?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you
Can
want-
I lead them in a way that we're not maybe approaching not directly, but sort of have any cover if possible, so that we're maybe hiding behind one of that little house that's right next to it on the left side or something like
Yeah.
that.
If you wanted to sort of leave the street and kind of duck into the shadows sort of behind some of these building fronts and kind of make your way out of sight of the main road, yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Cool.
All right. So you guys are approaching as you kind of take to the shadows. You're approaching the Silver Disc Hall, which you've all seen once or twice. It's early in the day. It's probably about noon at this point. So you guys are, or it's getting towards noon. So it's probably not like bustling with activity. But you can still see people coming and going. It's got a fairly opulent stone front, which is not really usual for buildings here in Torch. Buildings here in Torch seem to be mostly squat and made of hewn stone and wood. This seems to have like a facade. There are statues and columns. Clearly a good bit of money went into making this place stand out from the rest of Torch, and it definitely does. You can see there are small windows that kind of peer into rooms along the perimeter, but they're sort of tinted a little bit dark in the noon sort of shadow, making it hard to see inside. You don't really know exactly what's going on. Robin, I think you might have been there once or twice before. I don't know if it would be really your character's thing if she'd be there regularly. Also, Quinn, you may have have been here before.
I don't think Quinn's ever been here. It's way too many people.
Karak was the one that was most recently here.
Mm-hmm.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, Karak was here for like a minute, but obviously she's not familiar with the establishment as a whole.
I think Robin would have been there once or twice, maybe for some kind of contract work or something like that, but she's not somebody who's fond of gambling places.
Okay. Yeah, then yeah, it's not really a familiar place to all of you, so you're just kind of standing outside this building, sort of watching people come and go.
So,
You're still muted.
I've got an idea. I've got a plan.
I also do, but let's hear yours.
All right. Well, my plan is that this place wanted to pay us to come and gamble there. So what if Robin and I, the sneaky characters, sneak around to the back, and Fig Boot and Karak go into the front to go gamble and create a distraction with their famous presence while we go and check out and see if they have our shit in the back rooms. That's my plan.
Well, but we're not able to transform into a tiny spider that might be
That's
able to
what
take
I
a...
was thinking. I wasn't thinking spider again because they might have seen me
'Cause that's
back in
all
the
they have.
warehouse. And it's kind
True.
of creepy. But a rat, something like a rat or a mouse, which I can do, I think.
Way less creepy.
Yes, way less creepy and more ordinary, especially somewhere around here. So my plan was very similar to yours, but I was thinking you all go in and try to gamble and I go in the back, only because I'm smaller. I think you both would have a better time of actually sneaking, but
To be honest, I don't think there's any way of being sneaky about this. Not for you, Fig Boot. I wholeheartedly agree that you should see if you can find anything, but by now, Garmin will have raised the alarms, so us walking in there will probably a provocation of some sort, which I'm not, which I don't have anything against, but
Yeah.
You know-
Okay, so are we just gonna make a provocation?
if we go in there and we're like, oh, where is our friend Shaman? And if they're like,
Where's
oh,
that good
he's
toilet
not around,
boy?
or maybe they're like, oh, he's in the back or something. I don't know what we could deal with that.
He's in the outhouse.
well, we could still do that. We could do maybe only two of us go in and say we want to
think Croc's-
take Garmin up on his promise of giving us money if we came there to gamble. But you, Fig Boot, you can transform and take a peek inside while one of us
Yes.
keeps an eye on the back entrance.
What happens if he gets caught? He's not strong enough to defend himself.
I'll be fine. What are
Well-
they going to do with me? I'm just Fig Boot.
You're gonna
Um,
slip
as-
you.
Eskren, how big? Just so that I don't make the same mistake twice. How big is the hall or the establishment? Like, is there a valid chance that if we were in the front, sort of talking to people and Figboot gets taken captive somewhere in the back.
I'll
who
just
we-
scream
is it-
really loudly.
As it's so big that there's no chance that we would ever hear him.
It is a fairly sizable building in the sense that it's probably got a a gambling floor the size of a large tavern or something. So a lot of space to walk around and gamble and this and that. There's a stage, a small stage in the center, and there are wings of rooms that you've never been in. The walls are mostly stone and wood, so yeah, if he went in the back and you went in the front and he got taken, you probably would not know it.
Well,
What the is this fucking national ride a motorcycle outside my window day?
I thought you were living on a NASCAR speedway or something.
Yeah, man, here in New York, we are all about the NASCAR.
Well, I don't
So-
think he's tough enough to handle it on his own. It's a pretty dangerous mission. He's pretty old.
well, you could go. You could
Are
go
you
with
talking
him
about
to
me?
the. You could go
Yeah.
with him to the back
And
entrance.
he's senile too.
You're right.
You could go with him to the back entrance and just listen. And if something happens, you have us back, and you can cause a ruckus loud enough for us to step in as well.
Alright, that works for me, I guess.
All right.
So what's your plan, guys?
I suppose I'm going to end up turning into a small rat.
Okay.
So the boys go in through the back.
Wait, so
Like they always do.
you're coming with me, Quinn?
Yes.
So
I will be behind you and I will protect you. I will be your shadow. Have my soul.
I could turn into a rat and you could put me somewhere on your person,
In a sack.
and then sure, as long as I can breathe.
Now, how
And-
big of a rat are you going to be? Are you going to be rat-sized or ROUS sized?
I'll probably be a little bit bigger than a normal rat, but not like Eldritch Sewer's rat, giant rat. No, not that big.
I don't know what a sewer is, but okay,
It's
sounds good.
it's a bad thing. Anyway, I'm just trying to see if I can use anything to help us. But
Alright, give me 1 second. I'm gonna move you guys to an outdoor map in just a second here.
Do you have a spell that'll turn me into a rat too?
I don't.
Maybe a possum?
I knew some older druids who could do that, but I never learned their tricks. Older
There are
than
dru-
me,
there-
if that's
there are dru-
believable.
I was just about to ask.
Yes,
are there
older than
druids
me.
You are?
Yes, yes, yes.
Are you
I
trying
mean, I
to tell me
started-
that you are rather sprightly for a druid?
I was held back, actually. I started late. I was a rather rambunctious little dwarf, but that's another story.
He is too young. Too old, I mean. He's too old.
Well, we'll think on our feet. I have a few ideas, but so this will be somewhat of a solo mission for you, except I'll be a rat inside of your pack or whatever.
Alright, and then what do you want me to do?
Well, I thought Quinn would be your backup.
Well, how is he going to be my backup if I'm a rat and he's a person?
But he can just
Rats
stay.
and people can work together too.
He can stay just close enough to hear if something goes
oh,
wrong.
Yeah,
Alright,
she wanted me to wait outside for
I
you.
understand. So maybe you could find a place to hide out in the back area by the dumpster or something.
I will hide out by the dumpster, and I've got my mask on, so no one will recognize me.
Act like a homeless man.
That's easy because I actually am one.
There you go. You don't even have to
You're
act.
doing it already.
I'm
I can-
already doing it. Do you not? I don't have a home. Thanks for
I-
rubbing it in. I've been living in the desert alone for 40 years, you asshole.
I can take all of your belongings and all of your gold if that will help.
I don't have any gold.
You do.
You do.
Oh,
you
I
split
do
some
now.
with
For
me,
the first time in my life, I've got 500 gold pieces.
And I can take it back away from you to help you look like a homeless man. You could just literally sit with your back against the back entrance, or not back entrance, but the back wall of the Silver Disc Hall. Act like you're an almsman. and then I just sneak in.
That's not
Alright.
actually a bad plan,
That
but
sounds
whatever
like a
you
good
want to do, let's get started with it.
All right.
And I guess Karak and I will go first.
Okay, so you guys are outside of the Silver Disc Hall right now, as you can see. You're standing outside. And where did you guys want to go? You wanted to send Quinn around the back of the building?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
And
I
actually,
think-
I don't think that we would have actually walked up.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
of
yeah.
us
You're
in
not,
front
necess-
of-
you're not you're not necessarily
Just all
standing
standing,
right in front
just-
of it.
Hey, it's awesome,
discussing our
yeah, we're
plans.
going to split
Hey
up.
guys, do you think we should come in the back or not? Oh, okay.
It's just so you can see what's going on.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah,
So let me move Quinn
yeah.
to the back of the
And-
building.
And Figbo too.
I would follow him as well.
Okay.
And as I did, I think I would, at some point, just looking around and looking for a moment where I don't feel like anyone's watching, and I would turn into a rat with my wild shape.
Okay. I will put you guys in front of the only actual back door to this building.
Sure.
Which
That's
is
very
which is
nice.
right here. And then let me get a rat. Let me get a rat token.
And I have the stats right here. I
Uh,
have 1 hit point.
Do I have a little rat? Do I have a little rat? I have a rat with a face.
Tiny beast.
There we go. Where'd it go?
Okay.
I put the rat on the table, but it didn't go anywhere. Where did it go?
Isn't there something
Is it? Did
next
it?
to? There's something next to Quinn.
There it is. There's the rat. All right, this one can be
Um.
controlled by, Zach. There's Zach. There he is. Okay.
I'm right here.
Has sight. There you go. There you go, my friend. So you are, Figboot, you are a rat. Quinn, you are standing outside there. And the rest of you, where did the rest of you guys want to be?
Jesus, what is that?
What is what?
That's not a rat.
It's a dire rat. That's the only rat token I have.
I can't even see where we
You are
You have to
here.
zoom up to the north.
are. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, this is a
okay.
really big building.
Yeah.
Yeah, Karak and I are just gonna go in through the front
The front door?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are right here. Let me put you right there.
Sort of trying to remove any possible left traces that might still be left from us chasing them. I don't know, any dust or something like that. Trying to
Okay,
look
so
as
you dust yourself
smooth
off.
as possible.
Dust yourself off and kind of stand in front of the front doors here. They are not locked. You guys can just sort of walk right in. So let me pull those out of the way.
And then Robin would let Karak lead, and then I imagine Karak would just walk up to whoever seems to be a staff person,
Okay.
and be like, "Hey, we were told that we could gamble here and get money if we showed up here, so we're here to do that now."
Okay. As you guys are walking in the front door, you are kind of you kind of push Karak forward. She looks like she's gonna take a couple.
Sure.
Well, I mean, you urge her forward, like she's about to kind of step forward to sort of talk to one of the people that's running one of the games here. It looks like they're kind of serving drinks or something like that. When all of a sudden you hear a shout from somewhere in the room that says, "Hello, what's this?" And you guys turn, and you will see. Let me get the token.
Bilbo Baggins.
That is it. Standing on the edge of this kind of stage, right in the center, is a very cheerful, kind of beaming smile-looking Garmin Ulrith, as he is kind of leaning on one of the railings, and he says, "Would you look at this, everyone? We have some special guests today. Some of our local hero friends have come to grace us. You here to win some money? My friends, you were, Karak and Robin, wasn't it?"
Yes, that is correct. Garmin, we want to take you up on your gracious offer. We're here to gamble a bit and try our luck.
He says, oh, of course, only the most hospitable. And he will like leap over the railing, kind of like leap down and kind of make his way over to you. And as he does, he's gonna kind of pull one of the cards dealers, just pull their attention, and he'll take 2 pieces of paper out of his pocket, and he says, "My friends, these vouchers will gift our lovely guests here with 100 gold in credit on the house. So you just use this form, you tell them how much you'd like to cash in for, and it's all yours on the table. Don't
Much
spend it all in one
obliged,
place."
Garmin. How's business been going lately?
Oh, it's been fantastic, of course. Can't you see? We have people here morning, noon, and night. I mean, I'm surprised you came out so early in the day, but you never know when the urge to play is gonna strike, right? Where are your friends?
Oh, they weren't quite in the mood for gambling right now. We had a very nice breakfast and they felt a little bit heavy, so I think they wanted to wash it down properly with an ale or 2. Actually, very quickly, could I would like to see if I can trace sort of how does he sound? Is he a really good actor and sounds as smooth as if nothing happened today, or am I able to pick up some kind of trace of, I don't know, maybe annoyance or stress or anything like that?
Sure, roll me an insight check.
Where is it? Inside there. Ooh, ooh.
Oh shit, with the nat 20. So as you are standing there, kind of as he walks over to you and he's laying his spiel on, and he's just kind of beaming at you with this little bit of a smile, a little bit of a smirk. You can definitely sense that he is probably very good at acting, in the sense that, like, I mean, you're almost positive that he is, like, that there is a facade here, but it's one, I guess, like, it's almost natural. Like, he sort of, you get the sense that he sort of expected to see you at some point today, and so this is kind of like just sort of a natural act. Like, he's probably not openly concealing anything or openly acting hostile, because he is fairly confident in himself at this very moment.
Okay. Gotcha. Well then, yeah, I would just sort of slap his shoulder and then, take that slip that he gave us. And then I guess just ask him, so how exactly does it work? Where do I have to go to cash this in?
Oh, well, you just pick a table game or anything that strikes your fancy. Food, drink, a little bit of cards, something else, and present your voucher to the attendant. They will give you chips, as much as you like, up to your total. After that, unfortunately, it's all out of your own wallet, but
Obviously, understood. Well, thank you, Garmin. I'm sure my friend and I will have a joyful time. And then I look at Karak and ask her, do you have any preferences for a specific game?
Karak will kind of look at you. Here, let me just... Sorry, I'm just putting on a tavern. There we are. There we are. Okay. So Karak will kind of look around and she says, "There's a lot of people here."
Well, yes, and actually, it's not really a whole lot. 'Cause it's still early in the day. I mean, you were here when it was late, right? You should have seen how many people were here then.
Yeah, I did. I just kind of stayed here in the corner at a table. Do we need to gamble?
You can just watch if you want to.
Yeah, I'm not great with the numbers.
That's fine. And I sort of nod her, or sort of gesture to her to follow me, and I think Robin is going to go for a something with cards.
Okay. Yeah, there are a few different games around. You can kind of you can pick one of the simpler ones or one of the more complicated ones if you'd like. Though, is your goal actually like you actually attempting to play for some money, or are you just attempting to kind of like keep attention on you here in the like on the
Yeah,
floor?
the letter.
So you're probably not like trying to win. You're probably just kind of just wasting time.
Yeah.
Okay. So you and Karak will say that you guys find.
I mean, there's a chance that she's not too bad at playing cards, but again, she's not trying to press her luck to make it look weird. Just,
Yeah.
like I said, you know.
So we'll say that you and Karak kind of sit down at this table with a couple other people at a sort of a card game called Devil's Folly, which is a lot like poker, but with a few more variables. And you are pretty well aware that you can definitely waste some time. You know, this game could go for a while.
Oh yeah, Robin knows that game very well.
All right. So as you're doing that, as you see Garmin, kind of you watch his eyes on you, still with that kind of beaming, knowing smile as you guys make your way into the crowd. Let me turn this down just a little bit. You guys are doing that while. What are the rest of the party doing? As you see, Garmin is just kind of turns slowly and begins milling his way around the crowd, probably talking to some staff, attending to some business. Quinn and Bolus. Bolus, you were in the form of a rat. You were outside. What would you like to do?
Mm-hmm. I think that before I would have turned into a rat, Quinn and I would have discussed and finalized how he would be waiting for me.
Okay.
So,
You're still muted.
I'm gonna lay down on the ground in the shade, like near the building, and like with my back facing out, and just try to look like a homeless person sleeping in the middle of the day, like trying to find a cool place to sleep in the middle of the day.
And I'll help him.
I'm just gonna feign sleep, but keep an ear out for any
I'll
commotion.
help him look inconspicuous, and I pull out like an old tankard that I have, and I just kind of like give it to him and put it next to him.
Okay.
Oh, so people can throw money in it if they want while I'm asleep.
I mean, there's probably not going to
Or
be a
if
lot
you
of.
can be a drunkard.
Yeah, there's probably not going to be a lot of foot traffic here. This is like the very back of the building.
That's why I'm going with sleeping.
More like you're drinking or sleeping.
All right, I knock over the tankard, so it looks like haphazard. Like I just kind of finished it and then
Yeah. There you
fell asleep in the middle of the day.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm
And
posing
then-
as a knocked out drunk person.
There you go. And at that point, I turn
Yep.
into a rat.
All right, so you go into the form of the rat. There is a closed door in front of you, and there are a few windows that look like they're also fairly tightly sealed.
Just kind of like skittering around this back perimeter. Do I find any rat holes, like any actual holes of actual rats?
Not really. The outside of the building is mostly stone.
Oh. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Don't break it.
I would go around to a window that seems to have a low amount of light, or one that I can't immediately see people within, and I would try to hop up to that window, and whichever window that is, and see if there's anyone in the room of that window.
Okay.
Whichever one it is.
Which one? The one closest here, or the one just around the corner?
Yes, the one closest to me.
Okay. You hop up, you kind of skitter up onto the window, and it's fairly dark as you kind of clamber your way in and peer in. You see that this room appears to be have lots of tables set up where it looks like people are kind of counting and arranging money and chips, things like that. It's, you know, it looks like it's a fairly busy part of this operation.
Okay.
This is probably the coin, coin counting room, that kind of thing.
The people that are counting the coins, do they look like the rope fist people?
No, they look like sort of normal employees. You
Okay.
actually do as you kind of as you scan the room with your rat eyes, you will eventually notice what looks like possibly one or two of those thugs. There are a few doors leading out of here, and you see them posted at some of them.
All right. I go back down from that window, and then I go around the corner to the other window and
Okay.
to that one.
In the other window, you are, the first one will just sort of be a landing room, so there's nothing really in it. The second one, you see that there is, you just have a time to glimpse someone carrying what looks like a tray of coins or chips through a door that looks like it's going out probably behind, like to one of the cages.
Cages?
Yeah, if you've never been to a casino, the cages are essentially where you either get, well, that's not where you get, it's where you cash in the chips. So it's like they have a big metal cage, and they have the tellers behind the cage, and you give them the chips, and they give you the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I went in the opposite direction around this building, would I see any more windows, or is it just those three that...
There will be a few more farther down. They all look a little bit higher, so it might be you could definitely get to them. It might take a little while.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if I can crawl up some sort of like drainage pipe, or I don't know if there's, like some sort of drainage pipe that goes down the building, and
Do you want to climb up to the
look
second
through
floor?
some of the... Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, you can kind of climb up to the second floor, and as you do, let me hold on a second. Let me just get my map here. All right. There we are. Okay, so as you make your way up to the second floor, you see there are even more dense rooms here, but as you kind of go up to the bay window, you see that there is the largest room here. It appears to be a large chamber, and you see it's mostly empty. It's wood floor. There are tables. You see some cloths covering what look like statues and other things around here. Crates and boxes. But it looks like you can make out at least 3 or 4 what looks like these rope fist thugs are kind of milling around the room. Two of them are kind of sitting on what appears to be a large wooden crate in the center of the room, and it looks like they're waiting for something.
Okay. And the wooden crate that they're sitting on, is that also covered in
No.
a tarp? It's
Nope.
not. All right. And you said this was on the second floor.
This is on the second floor, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I don't believe that I can cast spells in my animal form.
Nope.
Okay.
So while you're figuring out what you want to do there, we will
Yeah.
return to our other half of the group
That's fine.
as we go to Robin and Karak. You guys have been passing about, maybe a half hour at this point at one of the gaming tables. Robin, you're doing your best to not kind of stir up any trouble. You're kind of, bet small bets. Keeping your hand sort of fairly even, not trying to lose much money, not trying to win a whole lot. You see Karak is kind of sitting on the other side of the table, like getting a little more and more perturbed by, with the passing minutes.
Well, I would end that game and then get up, sort of pretending to look over the other tables, and sort of step aside, step away from that table, and sort of pretend to try and decide what table I'm going to next. And I would sort of quietly say to her while sort of trying to look relaxed, "You're getting antsy there."
She says, "Yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but over your shoulder there's a woman there. She's got a hood on, got rope wrapped around her hands, and she's been staring at you for the past 15 minutes. She says, there's one over there by that door. There's two more that Garmin talked to before leaving through the back exit."
Yeah, I saw some shadows out of the corner of my eye. I mean, if they're staring at us, or you said they were staring at me in
Well,
particular?
I mean, general direction.
Well, as I said, I assumed that even if these weren't the guys who were at the other house, at the warehouse, Garmin would have still raised alarm by now. So probably asked them to keep an eye on us.
She says, I don't like sitting around.
Me neither, but let's give the guys a bit more time. And I start strolling over to a different table. I don't know, some kind of different game.
Okay.
Maybe something with dice.
Yeah, sure. It was a craps table or something nearby. You guys, she'll as she kind of stands next to you, she says, yeah, I've seen a lot of people go through those back doors. If things go south, you think we should go there? We need to know where we're going. What doors to kick in. Don't want to let them get away again.
And all the while she's talking to Rock, Robin is sort of, keeping up something like a smile, saying, "Well, I guess that door is as good as any. Seems to be a hotspot. Might be a tough way though."
She kind of and slams the dice down and in front of you, kind of passing them on. All right, so Zach, is it? I guess it's safe to assume you've kind of returned to Scott at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is when I went up to the window.
Yeah.
Is it a window that is openable?
You could probably break through it.
But it's not openable.
I mean, not with rat hands.
Did I notice any sort of actual?
Yes, if you managed to get up there, you could probably figure out a way to open it. Yeah. It looks like it was probably locked, but it probably had a lock on it. But yes, you could probably figure out a way to open it.
Okay. Yeah, I just go down to Scott.
Okay. Yeah, no, you rejoin him.
Yes. And I kind of hop on his drunk form, or pretending to be drunk form as a rat still, and I just kind of scratch him. You're still muted.
Drink
Always-
every time he's muted.
Yeah, that should be a new drinking game.
It should.
Try not to die.
What'd you find out?
I kind of
I've just been here drinking the whole time. I love you.
I skitter off to a more inconspicuous location for me to turn out of my rat form, and
You're outside. Yeah, there's no one around.
Okay, I turned out of my rat form. I'm like,
Oh, all right. Oh, I found them. I found it. I found them. They're there. It's good. So, they are up there on the second floor.
and I point up to that window that I went up to, without literally just pointing up, and
I'm not sure. Trying to break into that window just as a rat was not advisable, I think, and I can't turn into any more animals for the rest of today. So, I think
what'd you-
we should. What?
What did you find up there?
There were a group of, I think I counted 4 of these rope fists. They looked very familiar. A bunch of topped over, like, white cloth statues and other crates and boxes. And one of them was actually sitting on a crate that looked like it had no top on it. And I'm pretty sure that was the one they took away with them.
Did you get a close look at these statues? Are they actual statues, or are they made out of metal? Are they metal?
I don't know. They were everything except for that one crate was covered with a white tarp.
You said there's 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And
that
they
sounds like
were
pretty
just
good
kind
odds
of
to me.
they looked like they were just kind of waiting for something. So I think we should go back to the front and check in with our friends, because I think trying to get to that second floor from outside is not going to happen. We have to get in from inside somehow. I don't know what inside looks like yet, but
How do you propose getting Robin and Karak out of there?
we could always go in.
Yeah, but I don't really want to.
Hmm.
There's too many people inside. You want to go get them?
I think it would be more natural. I don't like the thought of me going in and being like, "Blah, blah, 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 blah," and then they're like, "Oh, sorry, we have to get going," oh," and then they all leave. I think it would be much more natural if you and I showed up like, "Hey, we are ready to gamble now," and then we work from there, even though it's a bad situation to be in.
Okay, but if I go in, I'm gonna be all grub, grub, grub. We're going.
Sure, fine. You can be like me for a little while.
All right, that works.
All right. So what do you guys want to do?
I really want to do is have Zach turn into a rat again and scare everybody out of the gambling hall. But since he can't do that, I guess we're gonna have to go in.
I'll double check, but yeah, we start going around the building.
Yeah, I think you've already
To
used
the
it.
front entrance.
You've used it twice.
I've turned into and I think that's the limit.
I think that's the limit too.
I think you get more. I don't know if I don't know how that. I don't have it in front of me, but well, I think you get more as you level up. But so you guys
will
want to
look.
rejoin the group?
But as Petra pointed out, we have not leveled up.
Yeah. You guys want to rejoin the group inside the casino?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you going around the front to do that?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So you guys make your way around the front. You head up the grand steps at the front of this place, and you make your way inside. And you guys are seeing, sort of seeing this place really for the first time. This kind of room full of games, bright noise. You can see the people at gambling tables with other people kind of milling around. You're almost certain there is, no good going on here, but people seem to be having fun regardless. And you are able to find Karak and Robin fairly quickly.
Well,
So-
look who's gracing us with their presence. Glad you guys could make it.
On a side note, I
Yes.
can I regain all my expended uses. I can only use it twice, but I regain them on a short rest.
Okay.
And the last time I
Oh.
used it was as a spider, but I don't think we really rested since then. We kind of like I
No,
was a
this is-
spider
no,
and
this is-
then
This is the
I
same.
rested.
Yeah, this is the same
Yeah.
day.
so but yeah, so
Yeah, I
Anyway.
was gonna say Quinn probably got a short rest from just sitting there.
I did. Anyway, I'm glad that we found you. It's time to go now.
He really wants to go. But,
Come on, guys,
we should gamble
join
for a
us.
while.
Join us for just 10 minutes. Come on, Quinn.
Of course.
Or are you scared you're going to lose to me to my
No.
card?
I'm not scared about.
I'm back
losing,
at the
yeah.
different card. I'm back at a different card game table.
I don't like being around this many people, and I think that we should go.
Come on, Figboot. What about you?
I'm good. Yes, I think we should gamble. I could use a short rest.
Do you know? And then I tell him what kind of card game we're playing to see if I don't know, Askren come up with a different type of card game. I'm not back at the Devil's Folly.
No,
Table is
I
different.
think you were playing like a dice game like craps or something like that.
I switched to a different table.
Oh, then
because I accidentally say join me at my card game.
Hold on, wait. Then Towers is the game that you were playing. Towers
Ooh,
is
Dark Tower?
Yes. No,
Yes.
Towers is actually a game that is essentially a card game that people invented to be played with Harrow cards, which are fortune-telling cards, rather than playing cards. So it's sort of a bastardization of the sort of Verisian tradition of Harrow reading by turning it, the cards into sort of a game. These are obviously not like authentic Verisian Harrow cards. These are like casino facsimiles. They're fake. But there's a game that's involved, and it does have rules, and I'm not going to read them out to you right now.
That's fine. So as we go and get playing, I suppose with Kryn standing behind us looking grumpy and Korok looking equally grumpy, and they're both looking grumpy and cute together.
I sit down next to them, and as we are playing and in the middle of enjoying the game, I'm like,
Yes, the other day I really needed to use the bathroom, and I went to the first floor of the foundry, and there were no open bathrooms. I think Karak had been in there for a good 2 hours taking an orc dump. So then I was like, I was thinking, and I went to the second floor, and there was a good open bathroom right there. And it had everything I needed. It had all the soap, it had all of the dispensaries, it had even toilet paper.
So
It was
looking through the
great.
cards, I'm glad to hear that, my friend. Do you have-
Yes, it was a pleasurable experience.
So basically, you found what you were looking for, the perfect spot.
Yes, of course. The bathroom on the second floor, it's my favorite now. I claimed it as my home. Please don't go there. It's mine.
So are you saying that since you've been there, that it's kind of become a dangerous place now? Is there something I should watch out for?
yes.
Should I go there?
You do not want to. It's like I left like 4 fart ghosts up there. It's like 4 fart clouds are just like sitting there and waiting for you. They're just
That
sitting
does
and
not sound
waiting for
pretty
you.
indeed.
And as soon as you go in, they are going to pounce on you like a fart ghost of. It's like a fart revenant.
So what you're trying? So what? what
the
you're
dealer's
trying?
just like,
So what you're trying to tell me is that I should not under no circumstances go there, or are you just saying I should not go there alone? I mean, could could if I had company, could I deal with those
Like, could
ghosts?
an
And I-
adventuring
I-
party survive in there?
I sort of lean over to
What CR are these fart revenants?
I lean in a little bit towards the guy who's passing out
Yeah.
the cards, and I say, with them you just gotta play along. It's just this thing. It's fine. That's how things go with him always.
Right.
So
Uh-huh.
what was Ficboo's?
I mean, if I were to personify these fart revenants as some sort of dungeoneering
Karak will
monster,
kind of like grab your the back of your neck and say, "This doesn't sound like talking about a plan."
Oh, I'm sorry. I really like this story. Anyway, if I were to, like these 4 fart revenants, they are protecting my bathroom. It is mine, all right. And perhaps, yes, if you brought a few of your friends with you, you would be able to defeat them with your spells and all that. But it would take a bit of
And I lean over once more.
bravado.
He's from a distant forest. He's not around town people a lot. So
The dealer is gonna kind of like look at you. He's like, "I'm going on my break now."
as you do that. And so I just keep sorting my cards, and I sort of lean back and I say, so what do you think, guys? I mean, Garmin gave us this really nice offer, 100 gold pieces for all of us, and he he kept his promise. So I was thinking maybe we should talk to him some more and see if we could establish something, perhaps like a patronage contract.
Wait a minute, you want to set up a patronage contract with the man that stole our stuff?
Quinn, why don't you even shout it louder?
Okay. So,
No,
I
no.
ta-
I go and
I
cover his
take my
mouth.
dagger and sort of press it into his thigh. and I sort of, without looking at it, say, I have a hard time believing that you're really that daft. And I put my dagger back.
you know I wouldn't actually shout that out, right?
Honestly,
That's the
at
kind of
this-
foolishness that I expect you all to get me into.
At this point, Quinn,
Yes.
I'm not too sure anymore about anything about you.
Well, that's good. I like to keep it that way. A little bit of mystery. Women like a man of mystery. And I
So-
look at Karak.
Anyway, are we in for another round?
No.
Trying to see Garmin on, or are we out?
Well,
So, tell me, are we going somewhere and getting something soon? Because I've been sitting here for a long time, and I don't know what we're doing with these cards. Seriously, what are we doing with these cards?
You gotta put him down on the table, face up. Just do it. The win.
As for the first half of your question, that was also my question.
She kind of points. She says, "There's a door over there.
Stop
I say we go
pointing.
through it." There's a door over there. I say we go through it.
I tried to peek at one of the henchmen. I keep forgetting what they're called. A rope fist. Rope
Yes.
fist? Okay. Sort of just to see if they've gotten any sort of more tense. If they even still there.
Yeah. Oh no, they're still parked around the room. They haven't really changed at all.
Okay.
Yeah, they're still kind of eyeing you. You're not sure if they're eyeing you exclusively, but yes, they are. They are still there and watching you guys fairly intently.
And I Robin with that night. I guess if we wanted to get something, now would be our chance. It's risky as hell, but maybe we can at least get a little bit closer to our good friend and speak to him alone and see where it goes from there.
we could.
We're still playing a game at this point, right?
Yeah,
We're
yeah, yeah.
not
She's
just, like-
still
Sort of, you're-
shuffling,
yeah.
shuffling through her cards and sort of still looking like she's
Or
having a
did
good
the
time.
did the dealer actually take a break, so we're just kind of sitting at the table and chatting? Kind of
He's
a thing?
taking a break, but at least Robin is trying to keep up the facade, just as at the chance of somebody
Okay.
being closer
Um,
than she actually can see right now.
Well, I was thinking. What happened the other day wasn't exactly right or legal. What if we were to go to the fart police? And
To the-
I'm
To the what? I honestly I didn't acoustically didn't catch it.
The
Something the fart
fart
police.
police.
Okay, never
Fart
mind. I did
police.
hear get that correctly.
Yes. If you were to try to go up to that bathroom and conquer it on your own, oh, you would. But if you had a little bit of help of people who know how to deal with sticky situations, maybe it would be.
Askren, quick question: would Robin know if the local guard, because I assume that is what Figboot is getting at, do I know if they're actually sort of working to how much influence does Garmin have? Do I know about that?
He
Like, how-
is fairly influential in town. He runs a successful gambling establishment and spreads around a lot of money. So you guess that he's probably one of the more well-liked people, especially in a small town. It's, you know,
So basically, it's an open secret that he is running illegal business and half the town is involved in it.
I mean, that may not be the exact undertone, but there's definitely kind of the I guess the idea that you probably don't like. He's probably people know he's probably engaged with something. There are rumors that you've heard, but none of them kind of really paid attention to. He's shady, but he does, he's wealthy and he spreads around money, so.
Okay. Yeah, then I would just say we can certainly try that, but there is a fair chance we might not get the help there that we need, because he's quite the he has quite the name in this town.
What if we were just honest? What if we were just like,
With whom?
yes,
Karak is gonna.
That is why I meant to talk to him.
Karak is gonna kind of put her hand down on the table. She says, you guys do a lot of talking and not a lot of doing.
Well, you want to go ahead? Be my guest.
Where is Garmin right now?
You guys, if you say that, Karak will basically kind of push herself up from the table, and you guys see Garmin actually just entered the room like a minute or so ago. He's like sort of glad handing some people at a table, over across the room, and you see Karak just sort of begin. Sorry, let me move him. He's like over here. You see Karak just sort of storming towards him, like across the floor.
I would try to catch his eye and sort of be like, Garmin, my friend, a word? Do you have a minute of your precious time that you can lend us?
You see him, he kind of, okay, I'll talk to you later. And he kind of pats the person that he's talked to on the shoulder, and he kind of stands up and he, like, begins walking towards you as you shout across the casino floor. And I guess he'll probably circle around this way. So, like, around the side that Karak is not on. You're not sure if that's intentional or not, but as he kind of pushes his way through the crowd, he says, "You're still here and still spending money. That's good to hear. And you've brought some new friends. How are you enjoying the establishment, mates?"
it's great. You could have better bathrooms, I think, but that's just me.
Well,
Got
I could use a good cleaner if you're looking for a job.
I am actually. I'm getting a little bit too old for this dungeoneering thing.
Good to hear. When can you start?
I look at the rest of them.
I
Right away, I don't care.
Um,
You really have use for an old dwarf?
sure, I don't mind retiring right now. That would be great, actually. This seems like such a nice place.
He's gonna need his own bathroom. He apparently creates fart revenants whenever he uses it. Oh,
It's a druid thing, sorry.
Not sure I understand.
I mean, he's super duper valuable, so please don't take him from us, whatever you do.
Oh, you know I'm just an old fart, literally. Please, you
well,
have
yes,
a job available.
yes, Garmin, I would agree that he would be most helpful for you. But I was wondering, you inviting us here and helping to spread the good name of this place, and I was wondering if we could come to some sort of agreement to help each other out. So is there perhaps a place where we could talk in private, just you and us?
Yeah, he says, I mean, I don't see what's wrong with out here on the floor, but what do you and I have to discuss? You have your money, you have a good time, hopefully. I don't think we have any business together.
Well, yes, we have the money that you gave us, but there's something. We're missing something, It's we had something that was really, really precious to us, and for some reason, we can't seem to find it anymore. Ain't that right?
Yeah,
we
it's
can't
real
find-
strange.
Yes.
And so, since you're since you're so well known in the city, Garmin, and you have your ears and your eyes everywhere, I was thinking that perhaps you might have seen or heard anything.
Huh. You know, I just might have. But,
How fortuitous.
well, you see, the thing about it is, I am a generous man. Money, vouchers to gamble at my establishment, by all means. It's on the house. Have fun. But favors are never free.
All right, what do you need? Me to clean your bathroom? I can do that. Is that worth a favor?
Ah, well,
I recently had a young woman polish my quarterstaff. Perhaps I could learn a few things about that and help you polish yours.
Oh, okay, that is what you were offering to do. All right. I thought maybe you were gonna divert there towards the end, but no.
well, what I need. You and your friends seem to get around a bit. You seem to, make friends. What I need is a seat on the council. Now, I know you can't deliver that to me. That's, of course not. But I think we can find some bricks to lay, don't you think?
I'm casting Charm Person on him, or at least I try to.
Okay, you are talking directly to him, so this can be very hard to do without him noticing.
Can I do it as I turn back to the others and sort of?
Okay, so hold on, because I have to look this up because
Okay.
Let me check here. Charm Person has.
Oh no, Garmin, look out! That man just grabbed a lockbox and is running.
Okay, Charm Person has verbal and somatic components. Verbal means it has a spoken component.
Mm-hmm.
Somatic means it means hand movements, some sort of ritual action.
Okay.
So you physically have to, like, abracadabra to cast the spell. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but
It has to be Abracadabra Holmes.
But so in essence, what that means is
Yeah. That's
very
too
difficult to
obvious.
do on the down low.
Yeah. Okay.
But if she were successful, would he care? Would he care?
No,
like-
he would consider me at least for a minute as a.
Yeah, because
Yes.
I'm thinking
So-
if
yes.
the only people.
For 1 hour, he would be magically compelled to look at the wording is
Oh,
see her in the
gosh.
best possible light.
I'm-
As soon as that hour's up, he gets
Yeah.
himself back, and he's perfectly aware of what just happened to him.
Yeah.
But
I'm
that's
Yeah,
thinking
but
if
that's
she
better
didn't
than
cast it right in
friends
front
because
of
I was thinking that I still had friends because that only works for a minute before they get pissed.
even
I'm
if
thinking
even
the
if
only-
she cast it in front of him like overtly, even if he's still, I mean, even if she cast it so he couldn't see it, he'd still know that he had been charmed at the
Yes.
end of the hour.
Yeah.
No matter
Yeah,
what,
but
no matter
that's-
what, at the end of the hour, we're effed.
That's fine. But
Again, you're
I'm
welcome.
thinking
You're welcome to do it. It's
Mhm.
just not going to be easy.
she could
No,
try to
Robin,
play.
no. This is taking too
Can
long.
you,
Robin,
can you
Robin
cast it
is
enough times to keep him forever charmed? 'Cause
What?
that's an
No.
option.
No, never mind. Robin is going to sort of, making a give me 1 second gesture to Garmin and turn around, sort of gently pushing, just sort of taking a step away, and she says something like, I think at this point, either we're just going to cause some big trouble here, or we're going to pull out and think about some other ways. Because he knows what we're talking about, and I'm getting bored, tired of this.
Oh, good. Does he know? In that case, I'd like to have a word with him.
He's
And I
still
turned
standing
back.
right there.
Good. I turn around to Garmin and I look him dead in the eye and I say, "You have our stuff. That stuff is not worth a council seat. You can give it back now." And we
What
can
is
talk about-
what is Karak doing?
Karak has walked back, and she's like literally standing behind him, like
Cracking her knuckles.
standing behind Quinn, right?
no, standing behind Garmin.
Garmin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like poke him with like my pipe, like
He'll kind of smile and just push the pipe away. He says, "I don't have anything that belongs to you."
You got 4 fart revenants up in your upstairs bathroom.
Don't know what that means.
Oh, yes, you do.
You have something of ours in a crate upstairs.
What of yours do you think I have?
Well, if this is all just a bad understanding, why don't we just go upstairs and take a little peekaboo in that box?
Oh,
Maybe
that
we're
sounds
wrong.
like
First
a
of all-
wonderful idea, Robin.
I don't know what crate you're talking about. Second of all, I don't know what of yours you think I have. I have never spoken to you before last night. If someone has taken something from you, I suggest you sort your priorities out. However, if you are looking for someone in town who you might want to cast a gaze at, I am happy to provide insight.
I
That's
punch
what
him.
I do.
Sorry,
Okay.
I'm getting tired of
Okay.
this.
Roll me an attack.
This is getting nowhere.
All right, roll me an attack. I will give you advantage because he's not expecting it.
What did I even? Oh, is it just a straight up one?
Melee attack.
20?
Yeah.
Use your D20. Use your
Plus-
nat 20.
Plus strength
Actually,
modifier if you
yeah.
have it.
Use your free nat 20.
Yeah, I would like to do that actually.
Okay.
'Cause it's gonna be really embarrassing if you miss.
All right. So that is because you're not skilled in unarmed attacks. It's gonna be just 1 damage, but it's just gonna like you can just crack him right in the jaw.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So.
Doesn't she crit though? Because she used her nat 20.
Yeah. Well, 2 damage. Okay. Sorry.
Welcome, Petra.
Is he KO'd?
So as you
Yeah.
do that, no, he's not. You just kind of slam your fist right into his face as he kind of like stumbles for a second.
Robin rolls her eyes, looks at Karak, and says, "Shut up! I'm spending too much time around you guys."
You like
That was real impressive, Robin.
there
was
is
a
there is a silence that's gonna kind of fall over the whole tavern, and as he like you guys see,
I'm gonna pull up my mask.
okay, as you see the everyone's kind of staring, like people are just sort of frozen. You see the kind of rope fists that were guarding various doors have all taken like a few steps forward, their hands on their hips, and Garmin's just gonna just like put his hand up as he kind of rubs his jaw and he says,
Sorry, Garmin, my hand slipped there. You know, I have a tremor in that hand.
Yeah.
It's an old injury. You know, when the weather's like that, I can't control it.
It sure be nice if the weather got better so that didn't happen again.
I hope you and your friends have enjoyed your time at the Silver Disc. Unfortunately, it seems that your loan has run out. Would you mind seeing yourselves off the property?
Certainly.
And he's like, you see these sort of rope fist thugs are taking steps forward, and they're all kind of crowding around you, like ready to sort of push you guys out the front door. And as he's about to turn away, before he does, he says, "And whatever it is that you think I have, or that you think was stolen from you, I hope it wasn't worth much." And then he'll just walk away.
I'm gonna flash Robin and Karak a look. Like, are we gonna do this right now, or are we gonna leave? Like, you want to turn this place into a bloodbath, or you want to go?
Well, she already had her hands, the hand on the hilt of her rapier, and I know Karak is ready. I know that Quinn wouldn't mind.
No, Quinn wouldn't mind at all.
Fig Boot just shrugs and raises his quarterstaff.
Okay, fuck yeah. All right, let's go.
Drawing my blades.
So you guys are
Oh, yeah.
drawing your
Garmin,
weapons.
my
Yep,
friend,
make it
we're not
steel.
quite done yet.
All right, so let me. Give me one
and
second
with
here.
that, I would.
What? All right.
Actual quarterstaff Shia LaBeouf.
All right. So hold on. So I'm just I went to look because in chat someone said something about the unarmed strike thing. So
Okay, I have a request.
yeah. Okay. So hold on. I'm gonna just I
Mhm.
don't think it's 1 plus the strength modifier. I'm almost positive, but I don't have it in front of me. So whatever. All right. So you guys, let me get some music on in here. Hold on. ISOS. Right. Where are we? What was your request?
So at the beginning of this, seeing my friends moving and going to unsheath their weapons,
Mhm.
I would like to cast Charm Person at 2nd level, which allows me to charm 2 people at once. And what I'd like to do is target some the most able-bodied looking gamblers in this establishment as the people to be charmed, hopefully.
So all right. So I was reading something. So say the second part of that again.
I'm casting Charm Person
Mhm.
on 2 people that are gambling here that
Okay.
look like they might have weapons or look like they might be able-bodied. Yeah.
Okay. There are people nearby-ish.
Mhm.
You can miss wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you're fighting it.
Yeah. And I'm targeting gamblers.
Okay.
I'm not targeting any rope fists, so.
Okay. Now,
I mean, if there actually aren't any within 30 feet, then never mind.
No, there are. That's not what I'm trying to figure out. What I'm trying to think about is the logistics here. So, okay, you're not directly fighting them, but
Nope. This is basically at the moment that I realize my friends are ready to do this. I would just target gamblers and be like, "You're mine."
okay. I will allow you to attempt that before the first round of combat, basically, because it'll take an action to do. So everyone's drawing their weapons. The rope fists are coming around. You guys are in the middle of this crowded place, and you guys all just sort of draw swords and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, then
Good old saloon bar fight.
let's go ahead and roll some initiative. Let me add turns here, and we'll add the people's turn just for the sake of it, and then let's put some music on.
Oh.
Hey, nice initiative roll, Zach.
Thank you. Usually it's pretty bad.
Yeah, you do have a -1.
All right. So let me check here for
Hey, so
garments.
as we get into this combat, my Roll20 map is pretty effed up. As in, I only have a corner of the map and can't see anything else. And I think that's a problem with on my end, not on yours.
Have you tried refreshing?
Yes, I've done it twice. It hasn't helped. It was doing the same thing last week as well.
Might if you have a shitty computer, it might not be able to do the dynamic lighting.
Well, I don't have a shitty computer, but that might possibly be it.
Have you tried it in a different browser? Chrome is a lot lighter than Firefox.
Let me try it.
All right, so they're gonna get their initiatives here. This is for the rope fists. 16 for them. 16 right there. Robin, you got the 7, so I'll take you off. Quinn got the 12 right there. Figboot got the 17. And I need to roll for Karak. Let's see if her sheet is here.
Should be.
Initiative. I'm gonna give one of you her sheet to use in combat. But you guys should all be able to access it, I think. Yes,
Yeah.
you should be.
Should be able
Okay.
to.
So that means we're gonna find Garmin. I don't know where his stats are. Come on. Where the fuck? Where's? There they are. That's what I'm looking for. Initiative. +3. All right, he is doing. We are great on initiative today. Okay, so and the people will go last. So Figboot, you are going first. So go ahead. They 2 people are going to get wisdom saves against your charm. Okay, so this is number 1. This is number 2. What's the DC?
The DC is 13, so one of them is.
You are going to get 1 friend. All right. So as you I will. Yeah. So that's so you spend your turn kind of casting your charm. What do you want to do as soon as you cast it?
So this is now my actual initiative 17.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. With that, after I charm that person, I will say, could I use a free action to yell at both of those people that I charmed? Because I don't know if it worked or not.
Help us with these ruffians.
And then I'm going to cast Shailalach.
All right.
And with a bonus action.
Okay.
Did someone roll for Karok?
Yes, she got a 5.
And then with my action,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to hold, or actually no, I wouldn't. I would like to, actually, yes, I would. I'd like to hold my action and prepare Balm of the Summer Court, and I
Okay.
would cast it as soon as, could I say, as soon as one of my friends gets injured, I would cast it on them, or do I have to target a specific friend?
Can you link it or no?
At 2nd level, blah blah blah. You are a font of Fey energy represented by a number of d6s. I already used a bonus action. Can you use a bonus action as an action?
No.
Okay, never mind. Then I'm just going to hold a. Let's see. I'm going to hold a. Actually, I'm going to cast Enhance Ability, Bear's Endurance on Karak. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
There we go.
Bear's Endurance is Constitution. Okay, so she is gonna get 2d6 temp hit points, 3. Doing great today.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 on the temp hit points right there. And advantage on Constitution checks. And I'll put a little marker there.
And that is my turn.
All right, let me get my drum hits off. Okay, cool.
Hey,
So
hey Aspirin, can
yes.
you put me on the turn order at 12, please?
already
yeah,
did.
that's. I don't see
My turn order
him.
is not updated
Huh.
either.
I
And
have
there's a 0.
It's fine. I have it in front of me, so you guys.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if I can get it to show up for you guys.
Okay.
Roll 20 sounds like it's having issues. That means that next up is the Rope Fists at 16. So they are going to start stepping in here. They are going to make this one is going to step in towards Quinn and is going to make an unarmed strike against him. 1d20 plus 5 is a 24 against you.
Yeah, that's a hit.
All right. 1d4 plus 3. 4 damage as this kind of clocks you like right in the gut with its his rope wrapped fists. The other one is going to step here, and is gonna actually, because you're the closest one, so he's gonna take another swing. This other one's gonna kind of clock you from the other side for 15.
That's a miss.
All right, so you just kind of manage
I
to like
parry that. Yeah.
you manage to kind of throw up your arm and block his fist, but these guys are closing in around you. How do you want to retaliate, Quinn?
I'm gonna
Oh,
retaliate.
wait, hold on.
by-
Before that, there's more rope fists. I totally forgot. So this one here is gonna step in and is gonna try and deck Fig Boot. 7 is not gonna do it. This one is going to make a strength check to try and tackle Karak to the ground. That isn't like he's just not gonna do anything. Like he grabs her around the waist and tries to
She
like
does not move.
tries to like do that one of those wrestling throws, and it doesn't matter at all.
He's just solid.
Yeah.
I picture him like just like charging her like a full blown like tackle, and he just hits her, and she doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, basically. Okay, so they're kind of scrambling in around you, kind of throwing fists and trying to, the crowd is in the process of breaking up around you guys. Quinn, your turn.
I'm gonna plunge my dagger into the guts of this fist right here. I'm gonna use my nat 20 on that.
Okay. Which one? Right, left or right?
It would be on my right.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of block him with your elbow, and you kind of swing a dagger right for his stomach. 20 will definitely hit.
Well, so I'm using my nat 20.
Okay. So it's double the dice. So it would be 2d8s.
Yeah, so 15 total damage.
Okay. You kind of shove your dagger right in, and it kind of like just slides past the. Sorry, I messed up my cameras a little bit. Just slides past the armor, and you can feel it kind of puncturing flesh beyond as you twist it and kind of pull it out. There's like a splatter of blood on the already red carpet.
Yeah, so as I stab my long blade into that guy with my free left hand, I pull my short sword out from its like thigh sheath, and I'm gonna just stab the other guy next to him using my Hornbreaker ability, which gives me a free attack against an adjacent opponent.
Does it have to be adjacent to you or the first opponent?
To me, I would assume.
I don't know. I don't have it in front of me.
Thought it was multiple opponents within 5 feet of me.
Okay. Yeah. Then go for it.
Does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit.
Didn't think so. All right.
Yeah. All right. So you jab with your other rapier, but he kind of ducks like a boxer and is gonna kind of go in for another throw. Garmin goes standing like over by the tables. He's a little bit of a distance away. You guys watch as you guys are kind of being surrounded by these people. Fists are kind of flying. You guys are ducking and weaving. You catch a glimpse out of the corner of your eye of Garmin sort of reaching down and taking something to his lips as he kind of throws it back. And as he throws it away, you see his form just, and he is gone.
Nice. Orbit Breaker, the enemies have to be right next to each other too, not just next to you.
It's fine. It doesn't matter for this time, but okay. So he disappears, and you guys do not see him in the crowd anymore. Robin, what do you want to do? As you haven't been engaged yet, as you're kind of buffeted by these these party members on either side of you.
I will try to cast sleep on. Let me double check the. What's the range? Oh, there it is. Each creature cannot inside a 20-foot something. So 10. Shit.
Hold on, you were very quiet. I'm gonna see if I can turn my headphones up a little bit.
That's weird. Is it better?
A little bit now, yeah. I just turned my volume up a little bit. Maybe Sirenscape's drowning me out. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, what are you doing?
I'm casting. I'm trying to cast sleep on the two guys that are in, or just the one guy who's here in front of, next to Kurok.
The one that's attacking, that's trying to tackle Karak.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's you can. Are you shooting or are you stabbing?
No, I would like to cast sleep on him. I'm not attacking him.
Okay. Let me
per se.
check sleep spell.
I have it here.
Okay. It's each creature inside a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point. So
yeah.
you have to pick the
Oh,
point that
actually-
you want it centered on.
Actually, then I'm going to send it right here, like right in front of Quinn.
Okay. Do you want it to not? Because you don't choose who to exclude, unfortunately.
Be
Well, oh, no, sorry.
careful, please.
No, I mean, hold on, 20 foot. Well, I
Who
would
doesn't
just.
want to go to sleep.
No, guys. I'm just gonna sort of draw the line sort of right in front of. I don't know where it would have to be, like higher up or over there. I don't know, just so that I'm not attacking Quinn.
All right. So 20 foot. Yeah. You can kind of. You'd have to position it like sort of here. So you can kind of whip right by him. But we'll say that you can sort of do it as close to the wall as you want. It's it's gonna be close though. So they're gonna be on the end of it. You are probably gonna catch some civilians in it though.
That's fine. They're just gonna fall asleep. They're not gonna die or anything.
Okay.
But I'm targeting. I mean, I want to start with the guys attacking us first, and it's only 20 hit points to
Well, you
allocate to each of them.
okay. So start. Okay. So you rolled 20. They have to make saves, correct? Their save
Nope.
is
Nope.
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 Okay. So none of these guys have been. Oh no, one of them has been damaged. So how you did 15 damage. So this
20.
guy, yeah, no, he did 15 damage.
Also, yeah.
So this guy right here is gonna fall asleep. Doing math. And this guy right here is gonna fall asleep.
Oops.
Yep.
And as I'm casting that, at the moment that they're going down, Robin would say, "How about we take a peek behind that door?"
All right. Karak will say, "I was hoping you'd ask," and she's gonna take the here's a strength check, 1d20 plus. Oh no, I'll just roll it off her sheet. A 19. She is going to basically grab the dude that tried to like grab her around the waist and like tackle to the ground. She's gonna like, reverse wrestling move. She'll like grab him just, around the chest and just like throw him through the air. So he's gonna like fly into this table right here, and you see him kind of land on the table like with a crash, knocking chips and cards and stuff all off the table. He's not gonna take a ton of damage, but she's basically just throwing him away as he kind of slams into the table and kind of falls to the ground. And then she's just gonna kind of unlimber her axe, and she says, "Are we killing them or are we just hurting them?"
Maybe we can disable them without killing them. That would take less time, so we can get through that door.
Fine. And she's gonna just kind of trudge this way, like through the crowd towards the door. The crowd of patrons, by the way, is like scrambling
What
to
the
get out of.
fuck?
Yeah, they're scrambling to get away from you guys. Probably making their way to the door and stuff. These guys are gonna be running this way to duck in, like over here. All right. So they're scattering. Figboot, what do you want to do?
Whatever happened to that guy that I charmed?
Oh, yeah, he's like, he's this one. I'll put a color on him. He is this one right here. He gets a pink color. The problem is he doesn't have any weapons on him. And you can't really, I mean, you can ask, but you don't get
Yeah,
the sense that you don't get the sense
when
that he's
I-
gonna dive into the fray.
When I first cast the spell, I said I wanted to target someone who I thought would who I thought had a weapon, but
Probably not.
It's-
Yeah, probably not any of the gamblers. It probably would have been the
okay,
Probably would have been just the rope fists.
never mind then. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cast Balm of the Summer Court. So
Okay.
I spend a D6, and I can heal that D6 to Quinn.
Okay.
So 1 point of healing to my friend Quinn.
It's so the way
And-
I like to view it is like when you cast, it's like a cloud of spores that just like or glowing like
Yeah.
like little whatever those things are, the dandelion seeds that fly through the
Mhm.
float through the air that are like
Yeah.
glowing green, and one of them just like floats through the air and like goes into his throat, and he's like,
Figwood.
I'm helping.
I'm helping. And he also gains 1 temporary hit point, and his movement speed is increased by 5 feet for a minute.
Okay.
And that's a bonus action.
Yep.
And then for my movement, I am technically engaged with this guy. So what I'm going to do is bop this rope fist on the head that's right next to me.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a melee attack.
Cool.
With
So I
shalalala.
get to with shalalala. So I get to roll a d20 and use my spell attack bonus as my thing. So +5. That's an 18 to hit.
That will definitely hit. Yeah.
Okay, and then my damage becomes a d8 because of shalalala,
Okay.
and I add my strength, which is 0. So roll a d8.
3 points of bonking damage against this guy.
Boom! Right over the head, and the guy's like, oh, god damn it! You know, as he stumbles back for like a step, just kind of like, not even blood. It's just like a bruise, like right on his temple. Okay. Anything else, or you want to stay where you are?
I'm going to stay where I am.
Cool, got it. Rope fist time. This one is gonna return the blow to you. Fig boot. Nat 20.
Yay.
As he is going to it's gonna be 2d3 plus 3. Double ones though, as he's just gonna kind of like, as you crack him in the head, he's just gonna like Spartan kick you, like just right in the stomach, as you kind of go stumbling back into the table, like knocking the chips off and stuff, as he like cracks his neck and just bears down on you with these kind of boxer-like hands, ready to try and beat the crap out of you. Okay. So that one's fled. This one is going to, let me check what it has here. Yeah, this one's gonna kind of throw another blow at Quinn. 22 against you. I'm assuming that hits.
Yes, it does.
All right. 4 damage as he kind of just socks you right in the jaw. Not a particularly heavy hit, but you know.
Still, keep getting punched in the face. So
Yeah.
like this.
This one's asleep. This one is kind of recovering as he returns to his feet, but is kind of trying to decide whether to go after Karak. And I guess Hill on his turn, he's gonna try and make an unarmed attack at Karak. Nat 1, he stumble out of this table and just like slip on a couple cards and just like fall face first down onto the ground as he is not doing too well. All right, I think that's all of the conscious ones now, which means it's Quinn. It is your turn.
I can move after my attack in this edition, correct?
You can move. Yeah, you can do it in whatever order you want.
Okay, so first I want to stab this guy on the left here, the one that punched me in the jaw.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit him?
Oh yeah.
He's going to take 11 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And then, if I can, I would like to take a 5-foot sidestep to this location.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Thank you. And that ends my turn.
All right. All right. Here we are.
And I guess since it keeps popping up and it's also a bonus action to cast, I'm going to go ahead and drop Hunter's Mark. Just
All
that
right.
it's combat. So we'll say that this guy is currently marked.
Okay. All right.
Just so that he doesn't feel left out with getting a neat little marker.
All right. 1d20.
Yeah, I don't want his friends to make fun of him.
Robin, I'm assuming an 18 is enough to hit you.
Yeah.
All right. As you are kind of watching Karak run away and kind of you have your sword in hand, you feel a sharp pain just shoot through your side, and as you kind of double over, kind of lean on the table to kind of like realize what's going on, you turn and you see that there's now kind of a shadow cast over you, and you look as directly behind you
Motherfucker.
and stabbing you right in the kidney is Garmin Ulrith, and he is not looking happy. Like, he is bearing down on you specifically, and so he is going to deal 1d8 plus 1 plus 2d6. He's gonna deal
Alrighty.
8 damage to you. That's with his sneak attack because he's attacking from invisibility.
Let's do the math. Can I do the math? That's 4. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So as he kind of stabs and he twists the rapier in your side, he says, "This was not a smart move." And then he's gonna kind of pull it out and like push you back into the table. It's your turn. What do you want to do?
I reply to him, "My middle name is not smart. It's stubborn, if you haven't heard yet." And I'm gonna return the favor with stabby step at him.
All right, go for it.
So, going to lead with the rapier. Actually, let me double check what was my location. Oh yeah, that's good. Figboot is right next to me.
Mhm.
Where is it? Where's my rapier? There it is. 15?
15 is not enough to hit.
Okay. And then I'm gonna follow up with the scimitar. No.
As you kind of jab once with the rapier, he kind of turns it aside like a fencer, and then you kind of go for a slash, and he just steps out of the way as you kind of feel the pain shooting through your side. As he has a little bit of an advantage on you, but you are doing your best to fight back and to regain your footing. Unfortunately, no strikes land. Anything else you want to do? You want to stay where you are?
Yeah, I stay where I am.
All right. That means it is going to be Karak's turn. She's going to ignore the dude that just slipped trying to attack her and make her way towards this door right here. And on her turn, she's just going to, like, boot it open. And that's going to be the entirety of her turn.
Okay.
Boom. Okay. The people are going to continue filing and fleeing out of the building, not getting involved in the fight. They're going to keep moving like this. Oh, hello. And Judo Killa is going to come in with a $6 donation and say inspiration for Robin, Quinn, and Figboot. Because they need it.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So as these guys are rushing down, rushing out of the tavern or the gambling hall, trying not to get caught up in this now lethal brawl. Figboot, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
All right. I would like to cast Cure Wounds on my good friend Robin Cassava
Aw.
Okay.
at first level. So that is a 5 points of
Thank you.
healing as Figboot just
in the middle of a bonking competition with this rope fist, he's just like, "It's gonna be okay," and then he just turns back and he's like, "Oh." As a bonus action, I'll actually spend another of my Balm of the Summer Court Dandelions and cast that for her too.
Okay.
So that's 1d6. Another one. It's always 1 point of healing.
Yeah. Yep.
And then you also get 1 temporary hit point, and you get 5 feet increased movement speed. Robin.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to stay here.
All right.
That's
So
it.
curing and speed increasing. Rope fists are gonna go. This one is gonna take another swing at Figboot to try and deck you while you heal. An 8 is not gonna do it. Quinn, this one is gonna step in and take a
Ah, you fell for my trap, loser.
another 8.
Yes, miss.
This guy is gonna scramble to his feet and chase after Karak with a 24. So that's gonna be enough to kind of just sort of throw himself at her, just, you know, wailing right on the back of her head. She's kind of ignoring it. He's gonna eat through her temporary hit points that she has from before, but yeah, these against someone like her, these fists are not particularly effective. I think that's all the rope fists. There's still one unconscious, so that means Quinn, what would you want to do?
I'm gonna stab the conscious guy first of all. I'm gonna use my sweet inspiration from Judah Killer. Judah Killer.
That's
can talk.
extra 1d8.
Oh, it's not a.
It's
roll
1d8,
at advantage.
1d8 or advantage, whichever you want.
I would like to roll at advantage, please.
All right, go for it.
I got a 25 to hit.
That will do it.
Let's go for a total of 15 points of damage.
Okay, yeah. And that's on this guy. You already hit this guy before.
I have hit both of them, yes,
All
but
right.
I hit that guy like twice now.
So you
I think-
you lunge forward with your small sword, and you just kind of stab it right through the collarbone area, and he just kind of like he grabs it with his kind of roped end and attempts to pull it out, but as you twist the blade a little bit, you see him kind of as he slowly drops to his knees and begins to bleed out on the carpet.
And as I watch him die, I use my Horde Breaker ability since they are actually adjacent to each other now, and I want to coup de grace his sleepy friend.
By the way, absolutely. I just noticed that we had some follows that are not popping up, and I don't know why. Oh, I do know why, because my follower alert was off. So welcome Carl Pay and Opie00 and Bodakan for following. Welcome to the madness. Sorry for that, guys. So you wanted to do what? Oh, you wanted to stab the dude on the ground?
Yeah, I want to kill. I want to kill the good sleepy boy.
All right.
Such
Yep.
a nice thing.
Just yeah, he's easy to end. You just stab down into the floor, and you feel him kind of choke and bleed out with your blade in his neck. All right, that's it.
That's it.
That is it. All right, Garmin Ulreth is going to. All right. Yeah, he's gonna step back this way. Well, he's gonna first slash at Robin once again. So that's a 22.
Barely hits. Just barely.
Just barely. 1d6 is the damage on that. For 2 damage is not much, so he's just gonna kind of like, as you strike both, he'll just like whip his rapier across and just cut you like right across the cheek. As he steps backwards, kind of pushing one of these chairs out of the way.
So do I get
What?
attack of opportunity?
He's taking a 5-foot step.
So
You can take a 5.
I always thought that, you know, just moving out of range no matter how
No, that's
far.
the point of a 5-foot step. Is you take you can only move 5 feet with your movement, but you do it without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
If he wanted to move more, then that would be that would be a provoking thing. But also he's a rogue, so he probably has disengage for free. So, all right.
What a jerk.
Yeah. Rogues are bastards. Okay, so that is his turn. As he does that, you see him kind of reaching down at his belt for something, but he hasn't pulled it out yet. How do you want to respond?
In front of all his customers.
Just right out in public. It's all right. This is that kind of establishment.
Yeah.
I'm going out with it out.
Moving in, trying the same thing as last time. See if I hit with my blades this time.
All right,
Go.
go for it.
Go. How does the inspiration, is that for an attack?
You can use it whenever you want. It's either 1d8 on the to a d20 roll of your choice, or you can use it to get advantage on that d20 roll, whichever. But you have to choose before you roll.
Oh, okay. Then I gonna go with advantage on that attack roll.
All right, go for it.
22.
That will hit.
And he's he's too far away from. Well, since Figboot is right next to me, do I still get the sneak attack damage
No,
in 5 feet range? No.
it
Why
would have
not?
to be in 5 feet of him.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah. So it's 10 piercing, and then I follow up with the scimitar.
All right.
No.
Not gonna do it, unfortunately. But you do manage to kind of return his strike with a slash, kind of cutting through his armor and give him kind of a gash down his arm. All right. Anything else?
Okay. So I can then also just take 5 feet back without provoking anything, right?
No. You took a 5-foot step. So if you move more, that you would be leaving his threatened area, which would be because a 5-foot step replaces your movement action. You already move 5 feet. So if you move more than that, it's no longer a 5-foot step.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, no, I'm just gonna
Okay.
stay there.
Karak is going to sort of shout out behind her. She says, "Whatever you're doing, there's people in here." And then she'll...
What
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I... What kind of people?
She says, "I don't know, they look scared.
People who need people.
They look
Well-
scared."
Okay, don't hurt them.
She,
And I guess that's all I can get out within my turn.
Okay. So, she'll kind of like you see her just kind of stand at the, close the door angrily, and she says, "Take your time." And then I guess she'll, to entertain herself, she'll just turn around and make just kind of knock this dude out. I'm gonna roll a strength check to do that.
Wait, which dude? Where's she even?
She's over by the
gone in
door.
next room.
No, she's still over here.
Oh, up there. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. I wasn't-
She just punches this guy in the face, like the one that's been trying to wail on her. She's gonna turn around and just crack him with his hard fist, right to the ground. All right. The thing here, these guys are just gonna continue to nope, did not mean to get the tables. These guys are gonna continue to file out. They're gonna run out of the building. And we'll just say they are gone. All right. So that's going on there. Figboot, what do you want to do?
Big boot.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself
Okay,
because I'm hurt.
you got it.
Wow, that's nice. That's a nice one.
All
I
right.
don't even know how that's possible. Oh, it is possible. Okay. All right. So then I heal myself back up to full, and then for my movement. So you're saying that I can move like this, move 5 feet away from him, but I still don't provoke an attack of opportunity?
So they're telling me that's Pathfinder, but I don't care. I like 5-foot steps. They work. So yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but if I were to move any
I have
more,
too many
then
additions in
would.
my head. Yeah, basically.
Okay, I understand.
I think the way it works in 5th edition is you can disengage, but that takes
An action.
yeah, your standard action.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Then if we are using the 5-foot step rule, I will move here behind Robin, and that's gonna end my turn, I believe.
All right. All right. So that means it's these guys. This dude is going to where are you stepped over there? This one is gonna step in and clock Quinn, or attempt to. Nat 20.
Quit fucking punching me!
Where am I roll for this?
This is their second nat that they've. Quit
Well,
punching me!
7 damage to the face.
My beautiful face.
All right. The other ones are not in good shape. So what do you want to do, Quinn?
I want to kill this fucker. He broke my nose. I'm bleeding all over my sweet Shamog. So I'm gonna kill him.
Okay.
Does a 24 hit?
Oh yeah.
That sucker's
Nice.
gonna take 17 points of damage then.
All right. Yeah, you will. You stab your blade right through his gut.
Yeah, good. I hope he dies slowly.
He does.
Action.
With lots of screaming too.
Good. I'm gonna perform a medicine check on him and like get him like well enough so that he dies over the course of like.
We
3
don't have time for that.
Yes, we do.
We always have time for torture.
Always time for torture.
Do you want to stay where you are?
Can I take a 5-foot step to here next to Fig Boot?
Sure.
Sweet. I step over the slowly dying man and shoulder up next to Fig Boot.
All right. Garmin is going to he's gonna kind of let me see how we're doing here. Okay, yeah, that does look good. He is going to like glare at you as he's kind of like dueling rapier style with Robin, and you guys are all ganging up. And as he does, he's gonna sort of just like lunge backwards and kind of stand there a few feet away. As Robin, you see he has another what looks like something else in his hand, and he's gonna say, "I hope it was worth it." And he's gonna kind of take the within his teeth, kind of pop the cap on this and
So he's got our stuff.
drink something else. And as he does, he will once again go invisible. And you guys watch him sort of disappear. Robin, what do you want to do?
Is combat technically over?
There's still a guy, a guy up, but Karak is kind of in the process of punching him into unconsciousness.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I keep my blades out, looking left and right to hopefully not have Garmin sneak up on me like that again, and then I start moving. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25. Oh, I still have the extra 5, right? 25, 30. I might not even need that. 25, 30. Oh, that's
Yeah,
not
I
too
mean, if you want to, Karak's already kind of got this guy like by the throat, so if you want to just run up and like stab him or something, you can.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Yeah. So you will. That's fine. He's basically you guys with her help, you can kind of beat him into unconsciousness.
Okay.
What? Do I hear myself? Who's that? I don't know. I hear myself coming from somewhere, and I don't know who it is. I don't know. It's very faint. That's why I was really confused whether it was me or it was something else. All right. So as that happens, you guys are going to essentially be. Let me get here. You are essentially going to be sort of just left here in this now slowly emptying room. Like the people are either they have fled or they are in the process of fleeing. Like the last few people. I guess Figboot, your companion, your friend, your charmed guy will stick around for a little. Like he wants to leave, but he's kind of sticking around just to make sure you're all right. But the rope fists here are kind of beaten down, or at least the ones you know of, and yeah, you kind of see there are people cowering under tables and stuff like that. The place is just trashed.
Robin looks back over his shoulder and says, Figboot, should we go and find the dangerous bathroom of yours?
Yes, I believe so. People of the Silver Disc, no need to worry. We are just uncovering a illegal activity here, and there's nothing to worry about.
This is justice, no more. These men are thieves. Can I take a 5-foot step over here and?
I mean, yeah, we're not
real quick, like pat these dudes down and see if they got anything cool on them.
Yeah, I mean, we're not technically in combat right now, so you can kind of walk over and pat the rope fists down. The rope fists will all be wearing kind of some variation on like a studded leather armor. You see, each of them will have what looks like a small flask filled with a red liquid, tied up in rope on their belt. They will all have a wrapped up sling with a pouch of rock bullets. They each have sort of like a torch-like device called Sunrod, and a small pouch of gold coins on them.
I'm gonna take the gold coins, the sunrods, and the flasks.
All right, so it's 1, 2, 3. So you will uncover 36 gold coins.
Cool.
And 3 flasks.
And 3 sunrods.
Yes.
Yeah, when Robin sees that he takes a flask, she would probably say something like, "Let's find out later what that does. Maybe the same stuff that he drank."
I was gonna say I wouldn't drink this right now, just in case, but yeah, maybe in some downtime we can try this out. Also, here, take one of these rods. I'm gonna hand the other one off to Figboot, and I'm gonna give Karak one of the flasks.
All right.
What-
Figboot kind of pushes away the sunrod.
I don't think it's right that we're stealing from them. We just
Fine.
kind of killed some mercenaries. It's not very nice. I
Fine.
won't take
I
that.
hand it off to Karak. And I give Karak a sunrod and a flask then.
What is a sunrod?
It's
Uh,
essentially a glow stick.
Yeah, basically. It gives off,
Okay.
it gives off the light of a torch, but it doesn't produce actual...
It's not on fire.
Yeah, it's chemical.
It's a glow stick.
All right. So you guys kind of loot these corpses. What do you want to do after that?
I guess join up with Karak and the rest of them over by that door.
All right, Karak will like you. It's not laid out here, but essentially in this room you will kind of see most of the people are either cowering or have fled. In fact, yeah, we'll do it right here. They'll probably have fled out the back. And Karak is kind of like parsing over the table. There's a lot of casino chips here. This looks like where they sort and kind of divvy up casino chips. The money is probably handled elsewhere, but Karak is just kind of like, she's just kind of standing in front of the door. She says, "I think they all ran away."
Can I grab like a handful of poker chip or casino chips?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet.
Do we see stairs?
Not directly, but there are a few doors, and if you guys wanted to check them, you will eventually find that one of these doors leads you to one of them leads to a stairway going down. The other leads to a stairway going up.
I look.
We want to go up.
Yeah, I look back at the others and I say, well, Because there's a chance that this will go just like last time, that somebody took it and moved it while we were busy in there, but let's at least check.
I agree. Let's go.
All right.
Figboot is actually still in the lobby, and he would be talking to his guy that he charmed.
Okay. You want to just like, ask about his day, how he is, see if he got hurt in the fight.
How are the
Yeah.
wife and kids?
Yeah, and then I would hand him over 10 gold
Wow.
and say,
I charmed you. I thought that you might fight for me, and that didn't happen. And in the case that I see you around and you do have some weapons, it would be nice in the future. But I hope there's no hard feelings. Thank you. Have a nice day. Please get out of here.
Much appreciated, friend.
Yep. See you around.
He'll kind of
Figboot.
nervously like walk out the front door with the money as he leaves with the rest of the crowd. You guys, however, will make your way up to the second floor, and as you do, I don't have a second floor map ready, but as you do, there's a very short kind of hallway from where the sorry, 1 second. No, it's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Yeah, there's a very short hallway from where the stairs kind of curve and arrive at the second floor. And then there will be a few doors, but you see one sort of large door that is, it's not decorated or anything, but it looks like there's like an open sort of sliding bolt lock on it.
Okay. Quinn, do you want to check for traps? Or we can
Sure.
All
do
right.
that together.
Roll me a perception check.
Perception or investigation?
Perception.
Where is it?
21.
Oh, you got it. I do not.
All right.
I stumbled over something.
As you kind of inspect this, you see that the lock. There's no traps on the lock. It's just not bolted. This would be fairly heavy, like a fairly heavy lock if bolted from the outside. But you also get the sense that this is probably the type of casing that is not meant to be opened from the inside.
Okay. I have a feeling this was meant to be open from the inside. It only locks from the outside, it appears. So I think we're safe to walk in. There ain't no traps.
All right.
All right. You wanna Karak's just kind of standing there with her axe at the ready.
Yeah, my
Gesture to Croc to
out.
go ahead.
She'll kind of like look down at you and then just kind of take the door and swing it wide open, very sort of, in a very kind of nonchalant way. And as she does, you guys are going to see there is a chamber beyond, pretty much exactly what I described to Figboot before. It is what appears to be a sort of a storage closet or something, a fairly large room. There are things draped in cloth, covered in dust, that are just been sitting here. And there are what look like 4 rope fist thugs that are all kind of huddled up in the center. Like they kind of nervously look like they're in a fighting mood, in a fighting position, but almost like they weren't sure what exactly was going to come through the door. And they're just kind of standing there and seeing kind of Karak, and you guys are kind of have your weapons like out, covered in blood. They and say, one of them is gonna kind of stop and look at you for a long while, like with very kind of nervous eyes. They say, "What happened downstairs?"
Oh, we met Garmin. He
It's
said we
time to
could take
die,
a
boys.
he said we could take a look at that crate.
Look, we heard screaming. We're not trying to get killed here. It's a job, right?
Then let us, make this really easy. Because I told Garmin he could just show us what's inside the box. See if he's actually the good and honest boy that he pretends to be. If he didn't steal our stuff, we're out of here. And I'm even gonna leave him a fine tip to get some new chairs.
The rope fist kind of looks at you, and his fists relax a bit. He says, "Your stuff." What are you
Someone stole from us, and we got a tip that Garmin was likely to be involved.
One second. He says, I mean, he told we're guarding some kind of magic device that we're waiting for someone to pick up. That's what he said, but we didn't take it from anyone. I don't think he took it from anyone. It's kind of heavy.
Why don't you just let us take a look at it then?
They kind of they look around. They say, right, and they kind of put their hands up and back up a little bit. As you guys kind of enter the room, you see this crate, this large kind of wooden crate, is just sitting in the center.
I'm gonna pull out my crowbar and start taking the lid off.
As you step towards it, everyone in the room will kind of notice. You guys have always sort of felt it ever since the torch went out. There was kind of this almost like an electric hum in the air that for some people it kind of gave them this really bad headache. You guys were probably a little less susceptible to it, but as you are kind of approaching the crate here, you're gonna feel like that hum is growing fairly loud in your head, and like it feels like there's this kind of static pressure being pushed down on your, like, almost on your brain. It's like
Robin.
It's like headache inducing.
Robin frowns and sort of. You guys feel that too? What is that? Is that coming from the crate?
I have no idea. I just try and grit and bear through it.
Would Figboot be barging into the room at this point after
don't know.
speaking to his guy?
You tell me.
He would go upstairs, yeah, after talking to the guy.
Okay. All right, so you're like outside of the room, just kind of watching them walk in.
Whoa, so is it our stuff?
I don't know. I haven't gotten the lid off yet.
Not quite sure.
No, you haven't. You haven't gotten to it yet. You can kind of pry the lid off this crate if you want.
Yeah, I want to.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me just find an image here, because I should have saved it, but I didn't. All right. So as you pry the lid off this crate, you see like that there's going to be a slight increase in the level of pressure and sort of static you feel. You are going to see, though. Let me just drop it in. Actually, no. We'll do it later. What you're going to see essentially is the crate this large crate seems to contain this big metal box-like thing. It is roughly rectangular in shape, with a sort of a myriad of components coming out the top. You wouldn't know exactly what it is, but it looks like there's sort of like a dish on top, and a series of antennae. The thing has multiple screens that are kind of flashing this bluish color, with various runes and symbols and things scrolling across them, and there are two kind of yellowish kind of holographic keypads down at the bottom. You've never really seen anything like this. I mean, you've seen things like this sort of in ruins, but this one seems to be in surprisingly good shape, and it is just like you just feel that boom, 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 boom in your head.
I look at Quinn and say, I'll be damned, what the hell?
Do you rope fists know who is supposed to come pick this up?
They kind of said, no, we were holding it in a warehouse. That's where Garmin said, it was gonna be picked up, and then, he never said when or who. Then he told us, someone tried to break in the other day, and so we had to move it here. Or the other day.
By the other day, you
I meant
mean
this morning. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't know. We never looked inside.
Well, crew, it's definitely not our shit.
Can you, Quinn? Can you decipher anything on it on those screens?
If you would like, you are welcome to roll me a technologist roll to see if you can decipher.
You got an 8.
Do you have a nat 20 or anything?
Nope. I
Nope.
used them up already.
All right. Then the best that you can figure out, you can read some of the runes here. They're not. You're not sure if this is an Androphan device. It probably is. So as far the best you can do, rather than discerning what exactly it's doing, is read the runes. And as you kind of glance down at the screens, you kind of had to break the side of the box off to look at them. But as you glance down at the screens, you see that you see a few words. One of them that you recognize is transmission, and the other one that you recognize is power. And there seems to be a graph that is kind of like constantly spiking and, you know, moving.
Interesting.
All right. And so you're kind of, I guess because I'll give you some insight because you are a technologist. You've seen these kind of dishes before. You don't know exactly what they are, but you've seen them in regards to sort of communications modules and stuff. You are pretty sure they have something to do with communication. And so putting together your best guess about the runes here, you are almost positive that whatever this is some sort of module for transmitting some sort of energy from somewhere to somewhere else.
Seems to be some sort of energy transmitting device.
Well, the thing is, ever since the torch went out, people started complaining about having a headache. So
You think it's this thing that's causing it?
maybe he's even doing more than that. Who knows? And as I'm saying that, I'm doing a quick sketch of that thing.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of this big. It looks like two big computer monitors kind of strapped together. And the rope fists are like, look, I don't know what you're here for or what your business with Garmin is, but look, we didn't see anything.
It's all right. How many of them are there?
There are 4.
I kill all of them. Not kidding.
What a way to end the session.
No, I actually I sort of shift my stuff, and I don't even have to shift them. I give each of them like 10 gold
What?
Just-
Why?
because I'm not you. And sort of, as he says that, we haven't seen anything, sort of nodding at them in agreement, giving the gold.
I think we should lynch one of them in front of the casino.
So you guys kind of have these dudes at your mercy. You can sort of let them go. They look like they just kind of want to get out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
I would then look at Figboot and say, maybe it's time to now go to the fart police, so maybe at least to the council. I think actually we might go and we should see your friend again, see what she has to say about this.
Dolga.
We might not be able to get this thing out of here. For all I
Well,
know, and I start looking around, for all I know, Garmin could be still standing right behind us.
Yeah, he probably is, I'm sure.
Somebody
Hello,
have any flour?
Charmin. I agree, but I also think we need to think long and hard about what we are going to say to the council, because everything we did just now was not exactly right.
No, don't worry. I will take full responsibility for that.
Karak
It's
says.
not your full responsibility.
Karak says, I can probably lift this thing. Do you want to just take it with us?
Yep.
Well, let's see how far we get with that.
Yeah, let's take it right. Let's take it right to Dolga.
She'll kind of like take the lid and kind of like slam it back on, and like use her fist to like hammer the nails back in, and then she just kind of and like she'll heft it onto her shoulder. It's not light even for her, but with her sort of strength, she's able to kind of carry it and still barely walk. So she kind of like hefts it over her shoulder. She's like, "So, tavern."
Council, I think.
Council. Yep.
Council.
Fine. And so as she kind of pushes past you guys with this really heavy object on her shoulder, begins trudging her way down the steps and eventually out the back door of the casino. And you guys, I assume, will follow her into town.
Close.
On your way to the council to inform Dolga and the rest of the council members. It appears that among Garmin's shady business operations, you also have uncovered some sort of strange power relay that very possibly was linked to the shutting off of the torch and the headaches and stuff that the town has been complaining of recently. And so as you trudge on to sort all this out, I think what it actually means, we are going to have to find out next week, because that is a perfect place to end it for the day. So that is it. That is going to be the end of our show here. Let me put this music back on, of course. Where are we? There we are. No, that's not the one I want. Hold on. hold on. I gotta get my music right. There we are.
Da, 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 da.
All right. So as we kind of wrap things up, as always, we want to know what you guys thought of the session tonight, what you guys thought of the episode, the fight, all of that good stuff. But of course, we also want to know what our cast thought. So let's go around to you guys and see what you think of the developments this particular episode. And we'll start with you, Petra.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, I don't know if you saw that, but I texted earlier in chat and said, shit, if that Samuel guy actually played us and Gamwell is innocent, then things are gonna get really embarrassing. But hey, I mean, he might still be innocent, at least in regards to the stuff that was stolen. But we found something. We found a big fat Easter egg, and so that's good. And Robin lost her patience there for a moment.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it felt good.
I like the idea that you guys kind of accused him of doing something wrong, and like he was like, neither of you had specified, so you both thought that you were talking about the same thing until he's like, wait, I don't have your stuff. Like, what are you talking about? Or at least that's what he said. I don't know. That was just really funny to me. But yeah, good to see Robin kind of, reaching out and punching someone. Sometimes that is the best course. So, what about you, Matt? What do you get up to on the internet? What are you famous for?
He's talking to you, Robin.
Oh, sorry, I was already.
She's like, who's famous in
What?
chat? I don't.
What?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter. Twitter handle is underneath my that little box where you can see my face. And then for the next few Mondays, you still have the chance to watch me play Mutant Year Zero, which is a really brutal and highly lethal system. And I'm playing that over on the Twitch channel and Counter Roleplay. So we still have 3 episodes left, I think 3 or 4. So it's the next 3 or 4 Mondays at 4 p.m. Eastern. And we ran into animals that can speak. They have been subjected to really bad experiments, and now they can speak and they can fight. And
They're also in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
And also I'm the that as well. And I'm also I'm basically getting one step closer to being a drug lord in that.
A what lord?
A drug lord lady,
drug
I guess.
lord.
Because I drugged another player's character so that he wouldn't die on us. I almost OD'd him, but we would just go straight for 6 hours, and then he accidentally ate an opium plant. That was not my fault, but he's still alive, so it was good. So yeah.
All right. Well, the Twitter is in chat right there, so of course go check her out, show her some love, and of course thank her for being here. Next up, who is on the list? That would be Scott, who is looking more like an old woman right now than
Like an old Russian lady.
like a Matryoshka is what they're called.
Hello, I am Scott. You can follow me on the Twitters. Follow me on Twitter. The Twitters. At ElenonRPG should be right there below. Keep showing up here every Wednesday for Iron Gods. Freaking awesome stuff. Really loving the style of this campaign. You can check out Tabletop Champions. I was on seasons 1 and seasons 2. You check me out there. Some secret projects going on right now that I'm really excited to tell you guys about, assuming that I can do so eventually. But it's going to be real cool. Check my Twitter for some spoilers if you want to know more. I have to jet off to a meeting that I'm late to, so I'm going to run now. It was great seeing you guys. Thank you so much for coming out. Aspirin, thanks for running. And guys, I will see you next week.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And of course, make sure to thank him for being here and go check out all of that stuff. And as he breaks our cameras, last but not least,
I'm gonna break the camera. Sorry.
It's gonna be Fig Boot himself. Zach, how's it going?
Fig Boot. I'm good. It was a good night. Perhaps one too many cringeworthy dick jokes, but yeah, it was a good night. I had no idea what was going to happen, and when it did, it was spicy, so it's good.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the way the cameras ended up. I got half of your face on one and half of you on the other, so I put them together, and so you go from one, and then you kind of disappear a bit, and then come out in the other. And it's very it's humorous to me.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Man, I was hoping that I thought I was striking gold by being like, oh, I can get some of these gamblers to fight for me. And then,
that's not strong enough.
dude,
not with charm person on that level. I mean, unless obviously it's Askron's campaign, but
yeah, it's so the way charm person tends to work is they will be your friend, but they will be very reluctant to put themselves in harm's way for you. That is a difficult.
What kind of friend is that?
I mean, like, if you just make friends with someone, like, hey, by the way, we're friends now, can you fight with me? Like, they'll probably be like, no, dude, what? No.
I guess. I mean, Fig Boot is so friendly and so nice.
I guess if you had
an old man getting attacked.
If you had dominate person, that might get getting a little bit closer.
Them their commands, suggestions, things like that. But yeah, just being like, hey, dive into this fight with swords for me. Probably not,
swords and fists.
Probably not gonna go too well.
Yeah.
Could you just stand there in front of me and be my mate shield? That would be very nice of you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, at least Fig Boot knows now that he shouldn't try to charm people into fighting for him.
Yeah,
and
he
instead
should
use his actual charm.
Save that move for Dora.
Sure. Oh yeah. Thank you for the suggestion. Interesting. I don't know if Fig Boot would stoop that low though.
Yeah, I was gonna say
she doesn't want me in the first place.
He's gonna get an ass whooping once she's no longer enchanted.
Plus, she's not an experienced quarterstaff polisher, so it's not worth it.
No, there's already someone in town who has that market cornered.
Exactly, and I know exactly who she is.
You got the hookup.
Exactly.
The poor. I can see shady figures coming up to her and say, "Hey, I heard you offer some special polishing services. So can we?" And she's like, "I don't know what you talk about.
I polish quarterstaffs and metal sometimes.
I polish quarterstaffs and quarterstaff accessories."
Someone go and save that girl.
Technically, she didn't even polish my quarterstaff. She polished the turbine that I taped to my quarterstaff. So
That does not make
anyway.
it better.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Iron Gods on Exploding Dice for you.
That is.
Welcome.
For them, of course, my name is Askren. I am your host and dungeon master here on the Exploding Dice channel, where we have live role playing right now. Wednesday is here with the Iron Gods crew, and then Saturdays with the Writhing Moon, which has gotten kinda nuts, man. If you want to see not so speedruns go progressively more insane every week.
You've been saying that for
Oh,
what,
you-
2
Yeah, I
months
was
now?
gonna say
No,
I
he's
don't
been
actually-
every time.
I don't believe you that he still can have one single straight
He
thought.
is about a 7 out of 10 on the insane scale in game right now, and that's up from like he started at 1 or 2 maybe.
Okay.
No, but I mean he's like tearing his hair out every session. It's amazing to watch. And of course that crew is just fantastic. There's blood. There is there was a vagina teeth monster last week.
Hey, that was us. They stole that from us.
Yeah. It was my
No,
pet
it wasn't.
first.
It wasn't a braingina. It was a person where their vagina mouth started at their knees and went up to about their chest. And
Oh.
So vagina
Oh.
didn't have
And-
to the extreme.
yeah, and 4
Oh,
got
okay.
he got swallowed by it.
Actually, that reminds
Oh.
me of a scene from
Okay.
American God with Bill Quist.
yeah, I
If
just
anybody-
binged that
Okay.
show. But yeah, no,
Oh.
it's been really
Okay.
a lot of fun. So if you guys want to check it out, absolutely do that. That
okay.
is Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern.
I'm sure it's great.
It's the ratings, the reviews are very good. All right, so no,
Uh-huh.
of course, we have Creative Monday. I will not be on for Creative Monday this channel because what I will be doing is I'll be hanging out with my friends over at AP Gaming Real. They're doing this really interesting thing where not
Yeah.
Chris Perkins, Jim Perkins, the DM, sits down with someone to role play the Burning Wheel session, and they have an artist sit down and like draw scenes and characters and stuff that come up in the show, and they have loosened the definition of artist and let me come and hang out with them. So I'm gonna be
There's a Jim Perkins.
maybe I got his name wrong. His last name is Perkins.
It's Chris Perkins.
No, that's he works at Wizards. Different person.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Let me hold on. I'm gonna check my email now because I'm confused. Might be Dave?
Traditional Japanese food.
Arthur Perkins. That's what it was. I was like, why am I thinking Jim?
It's a futon.
His name
It's
is
a futon.
his name is Arthur Perkins. He is the DM for AP Gaming Real. But I'll be over there
Yeah.
drawing sketches for their Burning Wheel session. So come hang out with us for that. Of course, Tuesday is the Fuzzy Dice show with some weird stuff happening in the month of June. And of course, your last couple of days to get in on the huge giveaway that's going on. So make sure you do that. Share that with all your friends. Don't let the last couple days pass without getting some new like entries in there. And that's gonna be it. Of course, I think we're gonna go pass the love on to another channel, to a friend of ours who is streaming. So let me go and check my list right now and see who looks like they're doing cool stuff. Let me just hit the refresh on that. And we're probably gonna host a random channel here.
Host someone who's drawing Bob Ross paintings.
Really? Should we do that? You know what?
Yeah.
No, I want to do this because these guys are doing art, and I want to drop in on them. So let's say hi to them, see what's going on there. We are going to host DM Joey. He's doing D&D art, so that looks fun. So there
That's
it is.
Fun.
There it is in chat! !raid, and then the link right there. So you guys pop into chat right there. Tell them where you're coming from. Pass on the Exploding Dice love. We, of course, will see you next time. Same bat time, same bat channel. But as always, don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you because he might sucker punch you in a casino and steal your stuff. That's it for us, guys. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.
Farewell, my friends.
Bye, guys.
Fig
Fig food.
Bigfoot.